Missed the live show? Don't worry, we recorded it for you. Never miss out on your favourite presenters, guests and makes ever again. Head on over to our YouTube pages to watch back the day's live show and enjoy your favourite demos over and over again. We also have lots of great content exclusive to our YouTube pages, such as product demonstrations, troubleshooting videos, and so much more. Subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a show or video ever again.
We know that shopping online can be a confusing and sometimes daunting task. And sometimes all you want to do is talk to a human being. Our family-run customer service team are on call 24/7. Full of friendly, warm-hearted individuals, all trained to make your shopping experience as easy and enjoyable as possible. Not only will they take your order, they'll also help and guide you on your shopping journey, so you never miss out.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
Sewing Street have our very own app. You can now watch and shop from anywhere. Simply download the app from your app store onto your smartphone or tablet, then log in or create an account, and you're done. You can watch us live from anywhere, browse all our recently played items and pre-orders so you never miss out on any show deals, and message the studio to say hello at any time. And remember, you can check out as many times as you want and only pay one P&P all day.
Keep up to date with what's on Sewing Street and Yarn Lane, as well as all the latest news and special offers by signing up to our email newsletters. For Sewing Street, head on over to www.sewingstreet.com, scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, type in your email address, click the envelope, and you're done. It's exactly the same for Yarn Lane. Head on over to www.yarnlane.com, scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, type in your email address, click the envelope, and that's it. You are now subscribed to both Sewing Street's and Yarn Lane's email newsletters. Never miss out on the latest news and special offers ever again.
Good morning and welcome to Sewing Street on the first day of spring. I know that yesterday actually officially was at 3:30 in the afternoon, but to me the 21st of March is always the first day of spring and I have been waiting for that. But even more exciting than the first day of spring, that today and all week it is Jubilee Makes Week, because obviously the Jubilee isn't till June, but it's very important. We've got to get ahead, we've got to get making. And we've got to get all of our things ready for our street party. So we have got some fantastic products for you today. You can see them all behind me. Bunting, already half of the stock. So we've got panels with bunting, we've got aprons, cushions, quilts, tote bags, and half of the bunting stock has already gone. And that's not even on till 9 o'clock with Jules. So if you want to check out, you need to get it in your basket and check out now. But we're going to start with our special early bird, and let me guess, what's the theme? Oh, it's Jubilee, our special theme. So we have got these brand new and exclusive to Sewing Street pattern weights, Jubilee obviously, but Jubilee, Sewing Street Jubilee. So in here, you get them all in this lovely little tin, and you get 4 pattern weights. Look at them. Aren't they gorgeous? So, oh yeah, sorry, I forgot we haven't got overhead. 2 with our very own Sewing Street coloured Union Jacks, obviously. And they've got spots and little stripes because we're sewing, aren't we? So we've got polka dots, big dots, stripes, and they say Sewing Street on the back of them. They're really heavy. I'm trying not to drop them because it'll be really loud. It'll be oh yeah, so I've got my hand over it. Wait a minute. There we go. They actually do say Sewing Street. Sewing Street. There you go, like that. And then there are 2 that say Sewing Street on them, that have Sewing Street pictures, like that, and then like that on the back. So you get 4. They are brand new. They're really, I'm trying not to drop them because they are very heavy. So you're thinking, what are these? If you don't know what they're for, they are brilliant for holding your fabric flat. If you are thinking about, you know, when you're cutting around dress patterns, or if you're using a really fine fabric or a really thick fabric that's not so easy to pin, or you don't want to disturb the pattern when you're pinning, pattern weights are ideal because you just place your pattern down, whether it's a template for a bag, whether it's a whole dress pattern for a bodice, you can hold these, they're really nice and heavy, flat, and it means that you don't need to use pins, so you can just cut around the edge of it. They're also ideal for paperweights as well, really good for holding things. Brilliant for gifting because they all come in this lovely tin, really lovely tin, all in. And how much are they this morning? Well, they are normally £13.99, but of course it's the early bird special, so they are £11.99, £2 off. They are gorgeous, totally exclusive to Sewing Street. You can't get these anywhere else. And where else have you seen the Sewing Street colours in a Union Jack? I like the fact that they've been designed so they're sort of sewing related as well, because they've got all polka dots, and part of the Union Jack's got little flowers in, because if we made a Union Jack, it would have polka dots and flowers. Well, as you can see from the Union Jacks behind us. So, remember, it's only 1 P&P for the whole day. So if you've pop these in your basket, your P&P's done, you can then buy whatever you like the rest of the day. You can buy the apron panel, you can buy the bunting, we've got a quilt cushion, we've got loads of, we've got some fantastic Jubilee fabrics as well. So £3.95 P&P, open up your basket, and then you can, you've got your P&P. Oh, Kat says we can drop it even more. Bit better than £11.99. How? £9.99, that's giftable, isn't it? Under £10, £9.99 for your 4 pattern weights. They are really heavy, really heavy. Now, these are brand new and exclusive. When they're gone, they're gone. And isn't it nice? They come in a little tin as well. So you can, they have, the tin has little places where you can put them. But you could use the tin if you wanted to. You could use that for storage. You could use that for Kit Kats, couldn't you? I'm thinking you could get quite a few. Well, if you took the black bit out, you see, if you took the black bit out, you could, and you could just, so if you took the plastic bit out, nice little storage tin as well. But then that's lovely for gifting, isn't it? So if you want our exclusive Sewing Street Union Jack Jubilee pattern weights, £9.99. Now, if we've got any left, that price will go back up to £12.99. Oh, sorry, £13.99 at midnight. So £4 off, but that price will go back up. Okay. Oh, I had a message to say, looking good this morning, the fabrics look fantastic, have a brilliant day. I know, thank you very much. It is, we are going to have a great day. It's all about the Jubilee all week because you need to get ahead with this. This is a very, very important Jubilee. We've got extra bank holiday. I'm hoping the weather's going to be fantastic. We'll be having street. How heavy are the weights? I don't know, but they are heavy enough. They are heavy enough to hold your patterns and down on the fabric. I've got some at home. They are proper pattern weights. I use them all the time. No, there's nothing novelty. They are proper. But I've got some, not these. I've got the ones that we've done before, and they are really good. They do hold your patterns flat because I know that when I'm using things like satin, velvet, silk, lawn, or where I really don't want to pin, they are brilliant for that. And I often use it as well for holding paper flat. So if I'm like tracing templates, and you know when you use your roll of greaseproof paper to do that and you unroll it, they're really good for holding all of those flat. You will find many great uses for them. A bit like the fabric clips, there's always more than one use of. Anyway, loads of you are buying multiples. They are a brilliant gift. Get one for you, get one for a friend. They are brand new today and exclusive. But if you've got, you know, you've got a friend who loves sewing Stree or loves sewing, who's like can't watch today, get them some, because when they're gone, they're gone. When they're gone, aren't they gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, Kat's got a very important message. You can tell us later. What's your important message then? Oh, well, that's nice. Kat said she had a message to say we can't deliver your parcel, it's delayed. She hadn't ordered anything, and it was a surprise. It was a present. So order it for a friend, get them delivered to them. You can do that when you phone them up, or you do it online. You can put the address in, you can have it sent straight to them. Lovely. Right, please do keep checking out for those, because it's very, very busy. There's lots of you buying multiples. We will let you know as the show goes on if we've got any left, but they are going fast. Loads of you got it in your baskets. Please do check out, because you know what it's like. If it's not in the checkout, it's not definitely yours. So if you've got it in your basket, check out. But it's only 1p&p, and it doesn't matter how many times you check out between now and midnight, it will still only be 1p&p of £3.95, which is fantastic, isn't it? Because you know, it's annoying when you have to pay twice, because you change your mind as the day goes on. You think, oh, actually, I do need that. And while I'm ordering it, I'll just put in an extra friction pen because mine's just running out, and a glue stick. That's what I do. Yes, well, and then normally I have to think, oh, well, I can't check out because I haven't finished choosing, but you can check out all day, your basket will be held. But obviously, if you don't check out, then people will take it out of your basket. So please do keep going through for those. Anyway, today's show menu today on the show is now at 8 o'clock. We have got the brand new, let me move over, Jubilee collection from Lewis and Irene. Now, Lewis and Irene have brought out a brand new fabric collection, all celebrating the Jubilee, all Jubilee themed, and we have it all today. We've got it in a bundle, we've got it individual, and we've got a beautiful Liberty quilt for you as well. That's now at 8 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, we've got Jules in with us, and she's going to be showcasing our brand new exclusive to Sewing Street panels, the Jubilee Apron, the tote bag and the bunting. Now, we're going to be selling those panels individually, but we're also doing a special bundle. We've got a few where we've bundled the 3 panels together with a saving, obviously. So if you want to do the full makes of the apron, the tote bag and the bunting, Jules will be with us at 9. But please do check. If you go on sewingstreet.com and click on watch live, we'll show you in a minute, but it will show you all the products. They're already loaded on there. So if you want to get ahead, bearing in mind half the bunting has already gone, please do that. So we'll do that in a minute, but if you want to check out first, I would do that before the show. At 10 o'clock, it is Sewing Room Essentials, because obviously you've got to make your apron and your tote bag, your bunting. You need all the essentials for the cutting and the sewing and the making and everything. We've got a whole host of tools and accessories that will help you to do that. At 11 o'clock, Jules will be back again with us with 2 more brand new and exclusive to Sewing Street panels for the cushions. They are gorgeous. We've got look at that cushion, beautiful. And we have also got the crown cushion as well. Now, those are panels, aren't they gorgeous? So those are exclusive to Sewing Street. They're absolutely beautiful, aren't they? And there is a Queen's crown cushion as well. So that's on at 11 o'clock. Again, do remember to check out with us. And it's Monday, so it's Yarn Lane. Yippee! And guess what? It's Jubilee. So we've got the wonderful Helen Ingram from Woolly Chic with us, who is going to be doing Jubilee bunting and in crochet. So if you fancy a bit of crochet bunting, I love crochet bunting. It looks so sort of vintage and gorgeous. Anyway, she's got some fantastic kits to make that. She will be demonstrating that and showing. So even if you're brand new to crochet, bunting is a really good place to start. So don't forget to join me at 12 on Yarn Lane with that. Now, I would love to hear from you today. If you've got any messages at all, if you want to share what you're making through the Jubilee, what you're doing, or any questions that hopefully we'll be able to answer, message the studio@sewingstreet.com, and we will read out your messages and show your photos, because we'd love to see what you've got on your sewing table today. I've got lots of things on my sewing table ready for tomorrow. Just can't decide which one to start with. Such a tricky one. Such a tricky one. Go onto the website, www.sewingstreet.com. You can message us on there as well. But to buy from us today, the easiest way to do that is click on Watch Live and then scroll down. Now there you are, you can see we've only talked, the products that we've already talked about are on there, which are the pattern weights. And then if you scroll down a little bit further, there will be 2 columns. So today's show deals, those are the ones that I've already talked about, pre-order the ones I haven't talked about yet. Now this is the important section. This is all the Lewis and Irene Jubilee fabric. So this is the area where, oh look, there's the Alice Caroline Liberty quilt. Beautiful, that's the one that's hung up behind me. We've got some lovely fabric bundles, including, I was really pleased to see, we've got a red, white, blue canvas fabric bundle, perfect for your Jubilee bags. Or other Jubilee makes where you want the canvas. So all the fabric is there. Now look, there are the panels. No, the bunting's already sold out. We had hundreds of that. Already gone. Well, we're going to have to see if we can get any more because that's ridiculous. Well, you can get it in the bundle because there's the apron, the tote bag and the bunting, and we have got a few bundles with all 3, and there is a saving on that as well. But there's also a purple colourway which is incredibly regal. Only the Roman emperors wore purple. It was so important. So we've also got our Jubilee bunting in imperial purple too. So that's still available, but if you want the bunting at the moment, the red, white, blue, the only way you can get it is if you buy the bundle with the cushion, with the apron and the tote bag in it as well. So please do go through. The Jubilee panels are flying out. So put it in your basket, but don't forget to check out, otherwise someone else will have it. Then there's all the tools, tools and wall tools, because you need lots of tools for all this Jubilee sewing you're going to be doing. There's some lovely things in there. Oh, we've also got some of the Rainbow Heart panels because they sold so well last week. So if you missed those, they're back on there. Then we've got the cushion panels. Aren't they gorgeous? I love them. This one's really popular. Oh, but the most popular is this one. Now, on the panel, you get the fabric to make the cushion front and the back, and you get 2 smaller pieces, 2 10-inch squares as well. So if you used some of the fabric, particularly if you bought maybe the Lewis and Irene Jubilee fabric, you could put borders around that. So you could make 4 cushions from that panel, actually. Because you could use that one for the front, the big one for the back. In fact, there's 3 10-inch squares. If you use them back, there's 5 cushion fronts. Obviously, you'll need plain fabric, but don't forget in this hour, we've got some plain red, white, and blue fabric. So from that panel, if you bought some red, white, and blue fabrics, you could make 5 cushion fronts for your Jubilee sofa. And then this is Yarn Lane. Now remember, we've been doing this for a few weeks now. We have found that a lot of people were getting very confused that they were having to go over onto Yarn Lane to shop, having just come off Sewing Street. So all the items, it doesn't mean that Yarn Lane's not here. It doesn't mean that there's any difference and that we're shutting down Yarn Lane. We've done it to make it simpler for you, and it makes it easier for us to sort out by putting the Yarn Lane products for today. The Yarn Lane website is still there. You can still buy all your products on the Yarn Lane website. It isn't going anywhere. At the moment, we're only doing the shows on a Monday, except for sometimes on special occasions we do them. Like last week, we had 2 Yarn Lane shows. But it's just simpler if we put the Yarn Lane products. So I know there's a lot of you commented on Facebook saying, oh, well, they've moved the Yarn Lane products onto Sewing Street, it's closed down. It isn't. It's just, it makes it simpler. So all the fantastic Helen's kits are on the Sewing Street website. Now, if you've only got a Yarn Lane account, that's fine, because you only have 1 account number, whether you're Sewing Street or Yarn Lane, so you can shop exactly the same way. But if you're watching on YouTube on the website, you watch it on that. And it's also, a lot of people were getting confused. Do I have to pay P&P on Yarn Lane and Sewing Street? By putting it all on Sewing Street, it makes more sense. I'll explain all of this later. And, and if you have got any questions of it, do ask. But Yarn Lane isn't going anywhere, I can assure you. Do you think I'd let that happen? Do you think there would be a little bit of a fight from me? Yes. Anyway, let's go through the Brand new, fantastic. Look, now what we've done is we've got all of the fabrics. Oh God, I've just sat on the sewing machine pedal. Can you just imagine it? Luckily it wasn't turned on. We'd have heard this whirring. Right, move that out of the way now. We've got the whole collection here, and if you want to buy all of them as a special bundle, there they are. Let me move them in. Da da da. You can save £6.99. Now this is incredibly good value fabric because it's £6.99 for half a metre. Now this is your normal quilting weight fabric, beautiful Lewis and Irene designer quality, 44-inch, 112 centimetres width, but it's only £6.99 for half a metre. However, if you buy the bundle of all of it, you get one free. And even better, it's on split pay. So should we lay them out? Let me just move this. So it's on split pay as well. So if you want to spread the payments, it won't cost you any more. You can pay 2 equal payments of £55.92. It will be sent to you straight away, and then the other £55.92 will be taken out of your account next month. It is interest free. It's just if you want to spread the payments. So should we have a look at what you get? I'll open them up in a minute. So we've got 2 border prints. They are gorgeous. I'm thinking Jubilee dress with those. I'll show those in a minute. Then we've got heart, Union Jack's heart. Let me move that over, okay, in blue, and charcoal. That's nice, isn't it? Very monochrome one. And in with the white background. Oh, look at this one. This is your tea party. So this has got a little bit of gold metallic on it. You've got crowns, mugs, teapots. I particularly like the cakes. That'd be good for a bit of fussy cutting. Imagine the EPP with your cake stand on. That's got some metallic in it. It says Platinum Jubilee. You've got it with a nice, like a neutral colour background, the same print but with a blue background, and then the same print with a pale blue background. That's those 3. Then we've got the gorgeous London. It's London, isn't it? Now this one has got metallic on, so this has got the it's got the carriage and all the horses, and the top of the carriage and the wheels are all in silver metallic. That's got a grey background. This one has got a white, no, very pale grey background. But the gold, this carriage has got gold metallic on it. Very nice. I like Big Ben. And then the same print with a pale blue background. Then we have 3 prints with crowns on. Oh, there's a bit of metallic in this. This is like, oh, this is napkins, tablecloths, party bags for your Jubilee party, bunting. I'm thinking your special EPP, because all the tiny motifs on here would be absolutely brilliant for it. A plique. You could cut out all of these little things. They are gorgeous, aren't they? This one is crowns, and they are metallic. So we've got blue with gold metallic crowns. We've got tiaras, posh crowns, different sorts, like king's crowns, queen's crowns. I don't know, or maybe they're tiaras. Then the same print, but on a red background, but that has silver metallic on it. And then the same print on white. Wouldn't this make a beautiful Jubilee quilt? Oh, and then the final one. This is the bundle. This is everything you get in the bundle. We are also selling it on its own by the half metre. And the flag one with the blue background has almost sold out on its own. Just saying, if you like. I love that one. You make loads of bunting with that, couldn't you? Tell you what you could do. This is what I would do. Eau-de-coat it, waterproof bunting. Just in case, I mean clearly it won't, but just in case it rains on the day, you could spread eau-de-coat. Have we got any eau-de-coat in stock? If we have a look on the website. It's the waterproof paste spreading glue. It's not glue, it's the waterproof spread that you spread all over, makes it weatherproof or waterproof, but be brilliant for waterproof bunting. So that's in the blue, and then we've got it in a very pale bluey grey, and then we've got the Union Jack with the white background as well. Now That is the whole bundle, all of this lot, all of it, all of it, all of it. £111.84, very popular. Now, we only have 15 of these whole bundles available, and there are more than 15 of you with it in your basket. So if you want this, you need to check out or it will be gone. Oh, some messages. Morning, could you please say get well to Pat, my sister is at home with COVID, as well as her husband John. We should have gone to NEC this Saturday from Glenys. Oh, Glenys, I'm so sorry that you missed going to the NEC. Get well, Pat, and get well, John. Stay indoors, drink lots of tea, and preferably get yourself under a blanket. And if that doesn't work, gin. Gin is one of a really well-known help when you feel ill. It's not official health advice, but I find it works, really. But get better soon, Pat and John. I hope you do. But look after yourself. Morning, message from Jill. Morning, I got my Bunting panels and the fat quarter pack. I'm loving your necklace. Oh, thank you. I love my necklace. It was my birthday present about 3 years ago, and I love it because it's silver and it's a spool. My favourite thing, and I haven't lost it, which is even more amazing. If you've missed out on the Bunting, which is already sold out, the purple is still available, and you can get it in the bundle, and Kat is on the case to see if we can get any more. Message from Cara. Morning, everyone. I've ordered my Lewis and Irene Jubilee fabric for making a cushion for my sister Wiggy in the States so she can celebrate too. From Cara. How nice. Lovely. We see the reason we're doing this now is because we're giving you enough time to get all your Jubilee makes ready. And we've got our own panels, and we've got the Lewis and Irene fabric and the red wine blue. I'm going to show you the canvas in a minute. Lovely message. Thank you, Cara. Do keep checking out on this bundle, because remember, there's only 15 of them. But, no, there's less than that. 18 baskets. Not many left. Remember, it is split pay, so if you want to get it now, start making, but pay over 2 months with interest free, you can do that. Shall we have a look at the fabric? I want to look at the panel. They're not panels. They're not panels. I keep calling them panels. They've got panels on them. You'll see what I mean. We'll open the blue one first. Now, this is, so if you get it in the bundle, you just get ½ metre. We are selling this by the ½ metre. So if you want more of it, it will be sent to you as 1 cut piece. And I'm thinking you will want more than this. Okay. So the way it works is you get this is why I call it a panel. It's like a panel across the bottom. Now, this is the selvage here. So if you want this panel to continue, that's where it goes. You will keep getting more, the Buckingham Palace and all the soldiers. It'll all join up. Then you come up here, you've got seagulls. Do they have seagulls or are they pigeons in London? Well, I guess it's near the sea, isn't it? The Thames is tidal. Maybe they're seagulls. Birds. They're birds. And clouds. And then you get to the middle, you've got more clouds. And then you get there and you've got the panel. So you've got this on both ends. Now, I love the fact that you've even got the fountain and... Half of the stock of this is already gone. So I'm thinking, wouldn't it be brilliant if you were making a dress? If you're making a dress, buy more than ½ metre, because it was said to you, you can have this going around the bottom of your dress. Be fab. Or how about a table runner? So if you've got a nice wide table, you can use both, it can go all the way over your table, all the way down the end. Or if it's shorter, you can just cut it in the middle. And then you can have this, you can cut, because you've just got clouds in the middle, you could cut it, make it narrower, and then you've got a table runner. How fab is that? So many things. Brilliant for napkins. Be nice. Yeah, a barbecue tool roll, especially for the Jubilee. Yes, because look, should we do it? I need to stand a bit higher. Look, barbecue tool roll. Yes. Or little cafe apron. Be lovely for, well, I mean, it'd be lovely for a little girl's dress, but to be fair, I would make a dress with this across the bottom. And this is only £6.99. Don't tell anyone. Only £6.99 half metre. It's beautiful quality. So if you want it by the half metre, it will be sent to you as a whole cut piece. So if you're thinking, right, well, my table is 2 metres long, so I'm going to need 2.5 metres of this just so I've got a bit of overlap. Just put 5 units in your basket. It will be sent to you as a whole cut piece. But it isn't a panel, it's just it has a border. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Look at the man. Is that the butler, do you think, walking the corgis? That's got to be the butler, hasn't he? The corgis are about trying to catch up with them. But look at that one. He's smiling. And there's the Queen. The Queen. She's the Queen in her purple dress because she's so regal in the carriage. And then we've got Buckingham Palace. There's a London bus. I'll tell you what, I bet they sell loads of this in the States. They'd love this, wouldn't they? We've got Houses of Parliament, Big Ben, obviously proper British lampposts. And I love the fact, look, there's heart bunting across the railings. I'm going to make some of that to put. I've got a fence out the side of the front of my house. I'm going to make some. I've got a little picket fence. I have a picket fence. I'm going to make some bunting to hang across. That'd look lovely, wouldn't it? Oh, this is gorgeous. But you can see how it repeats. So there's the butler with the corgis. And there's the butler again. I reckon that's supposed to be William Kate the children. Well. Oh, what? That's William with the corgis. Oh, it could be, because, yeah, long black hair, brown hair. Boy, girl, yeah. Oh, well done. I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, that is definitely George, Charlotte and Louis, isn't it? Right, that's on blue, but we've also got the same fabric, but we've got it on grey as well. Oh, I like the grey. I tell you what, the grey, it's nice because the grey is so monochrome, but I love it. It makes the red pop out. So it just depends where it's cut, but you can see that how it repeats. But they're all in black and so everything is in black and white, and the only colour is the red. I love it. Even the bunting is grey, white, and red. Very different, isn't it? Oh, we've got a new overhead camera. Look at that. Last week, not a zoom in sight. This week, I really like this. Isn't this lovely? So if you didn't want to go the full-on dress and you wanted it a bit more monochrome, I'm going to have to make one when we do the Jubilee Days show. Little tote bag would be nice, wouldn't it? Because actually what you could do is use that for the front and the back, and then you could use the cloudy bit with the birds for the lining, couldn't you? That comes if you buy the bundle, or if you want half a metre, £6.99. If you buy some of this, and I know loads of you are, tell me what you are planning to make with it, because I would love to know, because I really want this. I'm going to order some, so give me some ideas. I am very much considering at the bottom of my dress with that on though. Yes, let's do it. Let's do it. Tell me what you're going to make with yours to inspire me. Got loads of prints. Can we do the tea party? No, it's not. We're going to do the flags first. We'll do the tea party next. Right, the flags are super popular. This is navy. Well, it's sold out. Sold out. It is in the bundle. Right, but we have got it in the pale blue. Now, this blue is a bluey grey. It's that shade of blue. It's a very sedate blue. It's really lovely. It's not your pastel blue. It's almost sort of pale Air Force blue, I'd say. But obviously the Union Jacks are really sort of royal blue, bright red and white. That's gorgeous. Very multi-directional all over. The Union Jacks themselves are about just over an inch, maybe 1.25 inches long, I'd say, if you want to look at the scale of them. Loads of you have got that in your baskets. Brilliant for bunting, brilliant for the backs. Remember I said earlier about the panels we've got coming up for the cushions at 11 o'clock. This would be ideal for the back of your cushion. And from half a metre you will get 2 cushion backs, 2 cushion fronts, unless you're making a massive one. But remember, it's quilting weight, cotton, proper full width, 44 inch. And then the last colour in the flags is the white. Almost sold out. Remember, ideal for dressmaking. I'm thinking there's only 2 metres left of this. Oh, half a metre left. Do you know, brilliant for napkins. Well, any of these are, actually. Can I do Tea Party next? Oh, yeah, because this is my favourite one. I love the Tea Party. This is my favourite colour. I'm going to invite you for a tea party, Kat. Where you can have coffee. Look at this. I'm going to put it over so the coast. Look at it, it's gorgeous. So on here, you've got very regal mugs. Now you've got on the mugs, and the ER all over it is all metallic. So it's very glitzy, beautiful, proper. Elizabeth Regina is ER. Yeah. It's Latin for queen. I think. I think that's what it is. Yeah, it says in the little bows, Platinum Jubilee. We've got proper teapots. None of you have proper fancy. These are definitely bone china, aren't they? And then we've got the Queen's head, like the stamp. So this is brilliant for fussy cutting, isn't it? Look at the cups. I like the fact they've got the little mugs, but you can tell that everything in here is bone china. We've even got the slice of Victoria sandwich. I'm looking forward. They've put a competition together, haven't they, to make a cake for the Queen's Jubilee. Oh, wait, because the Victoria sandwich was invented for Queen Victoria's coronation, I think. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the Elizabeth cake's going to be. Are you going to enter, Kat? What's your cake? The devil food cake. Oh, I've never put a can of Coke in my devil's food cake. Oh, that's Kat's. I don't think you can enter a recipe where it's a packet mix, though. I think you actually have to invent one. So I'm looking forward to that. That's great. Anyway, that is the one on the pale blue background. So I said, I think this is brilliant for fussy cutting. All the little individual elements, they're all quite small, so they'd be ideal. But again, brilliant. Say you wanted to make some napkins or an apron, or because the print is quite little, it's perfect for that. Now we've got it in the dark blue. Ooh. This has got gold metallic. So where was the other one? In the places where the other one had silver. I love the triple layer. Have you seen the cake stand? Look, we've got the stand with proper sandwiches, cucumber sandwiches, and tea cakes. Love that one. Little tea, well, maybe they're scones. They're like little cupcakes, aren't they? Chocolate fancies. So, and I love this, it's not your super bright royal blue, it's more of a regal royal blue, obviously. And then, we also have it in the neutral, like I would say rich tea biscuit. It's definitely, you know the colour of a rich tea biscuit that's quite a very pale brown, beige cream, that's what colour it is. It's the colour of very weak tea, as opposed to the very strong tea that's in the centre of there. Feeling all regal now. I bet the Queen has her tea quite strong. I bet she has, well, she probably has loose leaf, don't you think? And something hand-picked from Darjeeling, I should imagine, as well. I wouldn't, bet she doesn't have, or do you think she has Yorkshire tea bags like I do? I wonder if she has biscuit brew. No, I bet the Queen has loose leaf and a tea strainer. And I'd be very disappointed if she didn't. Should we do the print, this one? So should we do it let's do it in the white first. Now this has got all the motifs that were on those border ones that I showed you earlier. Might turn it around the right way. So again, this is a lovely all over print fabric, but it's perfect for fussy cutting or small things. Now I've got the, oh, it's pale grey, it's not white. It's a very pale grey, like the palest of pale greys. It's the sort of thing, it probably would have been white, but you've got a lot of roads and pathways in it that are white to show you this, the maps of London. So that's the pale grey. and then that's the blue, and then that's the more slaty grey. But the graphics in the screen at the moment are for this pale grey. But can you see all the roads in it as well? It's got beefeaters, the sceptre and the orb. This would be a lovely picnic mat. You could use, because it's got all the roads, you could use your cars. Little cars full of play mats. Bit of eau de coat. To make it waterproof, we've got the sceptre and the orb and the crown and the carriage with the queen. I don't think we've got Kate and William on this one. Walking the corgis, they're not on this one, they're on the main one. So that's the pale grey. Now if we do it in dark grey, actually you can see the roads better. You can see how these show up in the dark grey. So again, this is like that other one where everything is grey and white except for all the red is super red. I love the Union Jack. Do you like the Union Jack? It's in red, white, grey. This is all got silver metallic, whereas the other one has got gold metallic. It's brilliant, isn't it? The horse and the carriage. I love that. I have loose leaf and a tea strainer. Are you the queen, Jenny? Do you know, I wish I wasn't so lazy as to not have loose leaf and a tea strainer because I love it. I'm going to come round to yours, Jenny, later. We'll come round for the loose leaf. Really loose leaf and a tea strainer. And could it possibly be Earl Grey as well? Because I'd be even posher. Be very fancy. That's the grey. And then we've got the blue. I don't know which one's my favourite, actually. I think I like the grey in that one. I think these would make nice napkins. 2 napkins from 1/2 metre. But it would be a lovely, if you think, if we're just to make a picnic rug, because you are going to be going somewhere for a picnic, hopefully, in and around that time, when you're meeting in the park for your special Jubilee picnic. Wouldn't this look lovely? If you buy 2 metres of it, then you could join it together, so you could make quite a big one then. Be a metre, you could, well, if you bought a metre, you could make a metre square, but I would say about 1.5 metres square, so you can get a few people on it. Is that, I think that one's Windsor Castle. Is that Windsor Castle? I think it is, isn't it? I think that is Windsor Castle. And then we've got, because Buckingham Palace is on this main panel, isn't it? Yes, I think that's Windsor Castle. Yeah, and that's Big Ben after the scaffolding's been taken off. That's the House of Parliament where they're not arguing anymore. They shut the doors so you can't listen to them. Oh, Penny, I've got a panel and 2 other fabrics to make a dress for my 8-year-old. Panel for the skirt with a gathered bottom, afternoon tea and top in the flags. Thank you, Penny. That's brilliant. I love it. Can you send me a photo when you've done that? Because I think that'd make a fantastic dress. I'm wondering how much I need to make myself a dress. Rebecca, you're looking lovely. I'm matching with all the Jubilee fabrics. Thank you, Amanda. I know I did actually think about my outfit this morning. I put an orange jumper in first, and I thought, no, it's Jubilee. Blue and oranges, and go, oh, this is the Tower of London. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. Well, I guess that makes sense, because it has got a beefeater standing next to it, although he is the same size. Thank you for letting me know. I knew that I was probably wrong with that. Right, 6 fabrics left. So, should we do the hearts? Because I like them. Should we go blue? This is hearts with Union Jacks in to say we love the Jubilee. Again, this is a lovely background fabric all over. Multi-directional hearts, which I like as well, makes it so much easier to sew with. But you see, it looks lovely with these prints, doesn't it? Because all the background colours are the same. Gorgeous. So they're about the size of my finger, if you want to know how big they are. About 3, no, half an inch, I reckon. So all over hearts, that's in the blue. We've also got it in the white. Wouldn't this look nice as a border if you wanted to make, you know, it looks beautiful as a border print. Like that. Isn't that lovely? Liking that. I like to use the same print but in different colourways. It works really well together. lining as well, because you do need a special Jubilee bag. Be nice for the lining of one. I mean, as the outside, but if you were making one with maybe our panels that we've got, it'd be good for the lining. That's the white, and it's also in the grey. I do like that they've put this grey colourway in. And then the background of the hearts is a light grey. Nice, that one. But the three fabrics go really well together, the three colourways, don't they? There we go, that's the hearts. And then finally, we have the crowns. We have the crown in blue with gold crowns and tiaras. That's very popular on pre-order. These are about 3/4 of an inch long, each of those with little metallic. I like the fact that they've, well, in nearly all the fabrics, the hearts doesn't have it, but nearly all the fabrics have got a little bit of metallic. This one has got all metallic in it, but that's lovely, isn't it? £6.99 for half a metre. Remember, if you buy more than half a metre, it will be sent as one whole cut piece. So if you do need 2 metres for the back of your picnic blanket, put 4 units in your basket, and then when your order comes through to our warehouse, it will be cut specially for you, so you will have it as a whole cut piece. You won't be sent 4 half metres. But if you buy the bundle, they are all half metres individually of each of them. So that's the royal blue crowns. Then we have it in red. In fact, this is the only one in the collection that has a red background. And that has silver metallic. So all of the others have obviously got red in them, but this is the only one that they've put with the red background. And it's a proper London bus red. Is that a colour? Or pillar box, maybe. With silver crowns. And then we have same fabric, but in white with gold crowns, because they're posh. Very posh, because it's a little bit metallic, but still only £6.99. I think that's a really good price for designer fabric with metallic as well. £6.99 for the crowns. So that is all the fabrics from the Lewis and Irene Jubilee collection. Now, don't forget the bundle. Now, if you want some inspiration, if you go onto Lewis and Irene's website, if you go onto their website and there's a section called patterns, and you go down there, look under the Jubilee section, there is a free pattern on there for a Jubilee quilt designed by Sally Ablett. It's gorgeous, using all of these fabrics, and it's totally free. If you go on there, you can download the pattern. It's got all the quantities that you'll need of each of the fabrics, because it only uses fabrics from this collection. But if you want to make, and it is a beautiful quilt, and you can get it for free as well. But it does say, it lists at the beginning of it all the fabrics that you'll need. So have a little look on there, because if you're thinking I'd like to make a Jubilee quilt, and actually it would make the most stunning picnic blanket as well, that's what I would use it for. But have a look on their website if you want some inspiration. Message from Adele. Morning, Rebecca and the team. I'm with the Queen. I love loose leaf tea. It's so much nicer than tea bags. Has to be Yorkshire tea though. Oh, I don't think that's Adele. I think that might be John. That's brilliant. Adele, I only drink Yorkshire tea, but I've not tried the loose leaf, so I'm going to do that. Yes, why have we got... That's a lovely picture of John in his Union Jack dress. Gorgeous, isn't he? He's beautiful. I'm hoping that he'll be wearing that dress for the Jubilee week. I think he should... when we have the Jubilee week, I think John will have to be made. He looks gorgeous though, doesn't he? Right, now we've got a fantastic quilt hanging behind me. This one here is Liberty. It's all Liberty. We've got plain white to make the Liberty stand out. It's crowns, and then each of the crowns has the little decoration on top, but they're different ones. Different patchwork designs for each of them. They're gorgeous. Now, we launched this quilt kit in the birthday week called the Crown in Glory quilt. Now, it was £159.99 because it is filled with Liberty fabrics. Look at the pack. You've got all of the, and they're all cut exactly the sizes that you need for it, and it's got all the white background. But we did a special offer with it for our birthday week. And I think we should honour that, so we are going to reduce it to £134.99. Now the quilt is 53 by 53 inches square, which is 135 centimetres square. Ideal again for hang up as a wall hanging. Be really good as a picnic quilt, wouldn't it? Gorgeous, nice as a play quilt. It's beautiful, beautiful. So all of those crowns are all Liberty fabric, and then the backgrounds are white, and then you've also got the fabric for the binding, which is this lovely red fabric that's you can see around the edges. Gorgeous. Now at the weekend, yes, it was National. I saw that, National Quilting Day. And they did this, we sold this as the very special offer for National Quilting Weekend, which was supposed to be just for one day, but we're gonna, no one's replied to you about the bunting. Oh, well, that's not. So we'll just honour the price, because obviously they're not watching, so they won't know. Shh. Not meant to do it today. So we're going to reduce it to £121.49, because as they're not replying about the bunting, that means they're not watching, so they won't know we've done this. It is your last chance. We won't be allowed to do this again. So the Crowning Glory quilt, £121.49. It is beautiful, isn't it? Now, if you want, you can split that over 3 equal payments of £40.49. That's interest-free, obviously. Still time to make it. It's beautiful, isn't it? Or, you know, you don't have to make the quilt. You could make it into individual cushions, placemats, and it's beautiful. I love the fact that you've got the little details on it like that, where you've got the little patchwork pieces. You've got the little 3 squares, and some of them got the little rectangles in them as well. It looks gorgeous, doesn't it? I love the fact that Liberty print works even in a crown, because it just works with everything, doesn't it? So everything you need, all the instructions, all the background fabric, all the binding. The only thing you will need is the backing fabric and the wadding. £121.49, and that price will go back up to £160 at midnight. So if you want to treat yourself to a beautiful Liberty Jubilee quilt, then that price will go, because this is your moment. Cat's now singing. You're fine. This is your moment. £121.49 for today only. It's 53 inches square. Isn't it beautiful? But you know. Anyway, put it in your basket. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone. Now we've got 2 plain fabric bundles. We're going to start with the canvas one, because this canvas, the canvas is a really lovely canvas. We've used this in a few bags, so I know what it's like. In the bundle, you've got red, white, and blue. Now, I think this is wide. This is it 140? It's wider than me. 140 centimetres. You can buy this fabric by the ½ metre if you want it cut off the bolt individually on the website. How much is it per ½ metre? Well, on the website, yes. Just checking. Right, so it's £3.99 a ½ metre on the website. However, if you buy the bundle where you get 3 ½ metres, you get ½ metre of red, ½ metre of navy, ½ metre of white, only £9.99. People are buying multiples. So ½ metre of each. The bundles are pre-cut. So if you order 2 bundles, you'll still get 2 lots of ½ metres. If you want more than half, you want it as one whole piece, you'll need to buy it by the ½ metre, but it's more expensive to do it that way. Half of the stock of this is gone. Now, it is a lovely weight canvas. I'm going to give it a little waft for you. It is ideal for bags or bases of bags. It's got that little bit more weight, but actually you could use it, well, obviously you probably need more than ½ metre. You could use it for dressmaking as well, because it's not your super stiff canvas. Oh, it's 230 grams. So your normal quilting weight fabric is about 140. This is 230, so it's not super stiff. It's got a lovely drape, but it's got some really nice weight to it. So if you want to buy it on its own by the ½ metre, you can go onto the website, you can. But if you want the saving, where you save £1.98, 3 lots of ½ metres. Do you know, I mean, you could use it to make a really heavier duty quilt, because it's the same weight. I don't like to mix fabric weights. You can sometimes, but it's gorgeous. So you're getting because remember, this is 140 centimetres wide, so it is extra wide, and it is a beautiful, the white, it's not ivory, it's a beautiful bright white, but you can really see that it's a proper navy, a proper pillar box bread, and a proper bright white. In fact, if you wanted to make a Union Jack flag, absolutely perfect. Do keep checking out on that one. We should have made a flag from this, shouldn't we? In fact, I might pinch this and make a flag. There are still a few available, only $9.99, and remember, it is extra wide. If you love this and you want to buy more than 1/2 metre of it, if you go onto the website, you will find it there. It is listed by the 1/2 metre. We've got another 1/2 metre bundle, but this is our quilting weight cotton, and this is, so you've got 1/2 metre of red, proper red, 1/2 metre of royal blue. That's super. So that's not your navy, that's a really nice bright royal blue. From Jill. Me again, thought I'd bought 3 fat quarters of red, white and blue, just realised it's 1/2 metres. What a bargain! I'm with you there, Jill, because yes, it does look like it's 3 fat quarters, but no, it's 3 1/2 metres. Now, remember, this is $9.99 for 3 1/2 metres, so you're saving $1.38. So you've got the lovely pillar box red. This is a really beautiful, bright royal blue. It's not the navy. It's just so you see, I just wanted you to, so you know the difference. And on that canvas, that's the navy. This is a brighter, more fun blue. And then we've got bright white. It's a proper white, it's none of that ivory. 1/2 of that is gone. Again, ideal if you're doing bunting. If you've bought the bunting panel and you want that to go further, you could use this for the back of it, ideal for putting for the backs of cushions, or just for your general Jubilee makes, because those are beautiful colours together, aren't they? They're proper red, white and blue. Flying out, not surprised. Only 20 of those left. And how many in baskets? 25. So 5 of you, if you all check out 5, you'll be disappointed. I buy multiples. Remember, if you buy multiples, they will be sent as individual 1/2 metres. You won't get a metre of each cut as a whole metre. They will be sent individuals. If you want a whole metre, you will have to buy them separately off the website. Yeah, so if you want them separately, buy the 1/2 metre. The white, buy the 1/2 metre. So the best. This is Rose and Hubble quality quilting weight cotton. Now, the reason to buy this by the 1/2 metres, if you want more of it, because obviously you're saving money if you buy the bundle, but if you want more of it or you only want the white, if you need 6 metres of white, put 12 units in your basket and it will be sent to you as one whole cut piece of 6 metres, if that's what you want. But if you want, this is proper bright white. If you want proper red, proper foam box, pillar box, London bus red, $3.79 for 1/2 metre. So if you want, remember, if you, let me show you, if you want more than a 1/2 metre because you want it as a cut piece, it will be cut to order. If you buy the bundle, remember that will come as individual 1/2 metres. There, that's the width, normal 44 inch. It's a lovely crisp, it's crisp cotton. And finally the blue, and this is a lovely. We use this cotton all the time. This is, you know, it's a really good price. It's a really good standard price, $3.79, but it's a brilliant quality. We use it all the time because we sell so much plain fabric. It's not worth us having a lower quality. Isn't this colour gorgeous? It's like proper bright royal blue, isn't it? So it's not. It's called marine, so it's not navy. Just so you can see the difference with the canvas, you know what you're getting. This is what the navy canvas looks like. This is what the real blue looks like. Gorgeous, isn't it? I love that. Right, I'm just going to recap the Lewis and Irene bundle because we do have a few. So there you have got, how many are there? 17. 17 1/2 metres. So one of all of the ones that I've showed you earlier that's in the picture now, 17, one of them is free. Congratulations if you've ordered it, if you've managed to get it in your basket. We have a very few, there are 4 of those fabrics have completely sold out, so we can't recreate the bundle. But if you'd wanted any of those, the only way to get them now is in the bundle. We only have a few left of them. Please message in and let me know what you're going to make with yours, because I'm very tempted. Gorgeous bundle, isn't it? But in the break, so we're having a break before we get Jules on to show us about the bunting and the tote bags. Have a look through all of the, on the pre-order, all of the items, because we have also got some other print fabrics on there. Have a look at those. They're on the website. Beautiful red, blue, white. We've even got poppies as well. They're all on there. We haven't had time to go through all of them. But remember that because this is the beginning of our Jubilee week, these fabrics are selling out really, really fast. So during the break, you've got about 3 minutes. Have a look through to make sure you don't miss out. I'll be back with you in 2 or 3 minutes time with Jules, and we're going to be doing Jubilee Makes with our brand new exclusive Sewing Street, never been seen before, but Jubilee panels. See you in a moment.
Hi everyone, my name's Jules Mayouf and I'm really excited to be a guest designer on Sewing Street. It's combining 2 of my favourite things, which are sewing and designing. I live in London at the moment, but I'm originally from Staffordshire. So I think I've got a combination of 2 really great things. So London's really diverse and lots of different cultural impacts, and then Staffordshire is very rural, so there's a lot of country influence in what I do. My grandma first taught me to sew when I was in my early teens. She was a dressmaker and she was always sewing and taking in orders from different people. And I think I got my initial love of sewing from her. I started making my clothes because I couldn't find anything that was fashionable, so I created my own fashion. Bit dubious at times probably. I remember once I bought some really lovely, as I thought, heavy brocade material. I created a pencil skirt, thought that was fabulous. It turned out to be curtaining. And I got quite a lot of stick from that. But you know, in my defence, I was a new romantic, and I think I was just fashion forward. I have done a lot of teaching and coaching and mentoring in sewing in my career, and I would think that probably the best tip that I can give to people, because all age groups have various challenges, but the best tip is to be kind and good to yourself, and don't worry about if you make mistakes, because you've always got your seam ripper to hand. I'm really looking forward to my shows with Sewing Street and helping you have some hints and tips and knowledge, so I look forward to seeing you soon.
We know that shopping online can be a confusing and sometimes daunting task, and sometimes all you want to do is talk to a human being. Our family-run customer service team are on call 24/7, full of friendly, warm-hearted individuals, all trained to make your shopping experience as easy and enjoyable as possible. Not only will they take your order, they'll also help and guide you on your shopping journey, so you never miss out.
Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433, and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay 1 postage and packaging. Happy shopping! If you're a Sewing Street or Yarn Lane customer, no matter how many times you check out in one day, you will only pay 1 postage and packaging. So don't wait to add the item you want to your basket and check out. You will only pay 1 P&P even if you check out multiple times in one day.
Morning and welcome back to Sewing Street. Oh, did we have a great last hour on all of those fantastic Jubilee fabrics? If you've just joined me, this is the first day of our special Jubilee Making Week because we as sewers do like to get ahead. So we are bringing you all this week fantastic Jubilee ideas, fabrics, makes, panels. So in the last hour, we had beautiful Jubilee Lewis Irene fabric. If you have only just tuned in, look on the website and you can see it all. There is still a little bit left. But this hour is all about the brand new, exclusive to Sewing Street, never been seen before until today, Jubilee panels. These panels are brilliant. Now, we're going to give you a bundle to start with. Now, the reason for this is there's a special saving. Oh, but there's only five of this bundle left. And there's 12 of you within your basket. So if you're one of those 12, quickly check out. In this bundle, you have got one of all of the 3 panels. People have been buying multiples. So let me show you. You get 3 panels in here. Panel number 1 makes... Let me hold it out to you. Have I got the right way up?
Sure.
That's... Oh, thank you, Jules. Only 4 of the bundle left. So that is the Jubilee tote bag. I was going to say cushion. Could be a cushion.
Could be a cushion.
Could be a cushion. This is the Jubilee tote bag. Comes with the instructions on the panel. You've got tote bag, front, back, lining, facing, handles. Then we've got the bunting. Now, the bunting has sold, the red, white, blue, still got it in purple, but the bunting panel has sold out on its own. The only way that you can get hold of it now is in this bundle. We've only got 5 of them left. 3 of them left. And this will make 3 metres.
3.5 metres of bunting.
3.5 metres of, we'll show you the bunting in it, that will make 3.5 metres. Also, in this amazing bundle, only 2 bundles left. 1 bundle left, 1 bundle left. Whose name is on the last one is the apron. Look at that. I love that. I am definitely going to make one of them.
Love a good apron. And they're so straightforward.
Da, da, da. As if by magic. Right, the bundle is sold out now. So if you, 19 of you missed out. And there was a special saving as well. But if you want the panels on their own, unfortunately, the bunting has sold out on its own in that, but we have got it in regal purple. We are trying to check out when they actually get into work.
I know.
And we've been here since 5:30, Jules, haven't we?
Strange o'clock.
When the office staff get in, then we'll be able to find out if we can get some more. So, if you want the apron on its own, $14.99. Gorgeous, isn't it? Do you know what? Odecoat it, waterproof. I would embroider this. Yeah, I'd have my initials on there as well. Because RR's a bit like ER, isn't it?
Anytime you can, eh?
Yeah, I'd have my name on there. Look, that'd look lovely on me, wouldn't it? 1/3 of this stock. It would look gorgeous. You could line it, because obviously it's just the front of the apron, but you could line it, you could do all sorts on it. So on the panel, anyway, you get the front of the apron, you get the pocket, you get the optional pocket, front and lining, because this is obviously a very important regal apron, so therefore it is lined. But it's not, but you don't need to put the pocket on, because obviously you've got the full Union Jack there. You could put the pocket in the centre, you could put it down there. You've also got all the fabrics for the tie, the necktie, and then you get an extra floral piece of fabric.
Where did that extra piece go? That
Oh,
was
it's on the
hairband.
inside the tote bag.
Oh, is it?
Oh yes, and that extra piece of fabric Jules has made into a hairband.
Oh, there it is, yes.
Because it's very
40s, 1940s.
It's a bit it's Langirl,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah. My mum was Langirl.
Look.
Madame Tussauds got nothing on us.
Yeah, Madame Tussauds, if you're looking for some employees, Jules and I.
Yeah, we're in.
If you're doing a street party, that comes on the panel. I love that. That's brilliant, isn't it?
And the backing for that is the edge of the panel.
Full instructions are on here as well. Only, I can't believe it's this price.
I know.
I thought it was going to be £19.99. It is only £14.99.
Aren't they naughty?
And if you don't want to put the pocket on, you've got an extra piece. You can make a lovely, the Queen's Platinum Jubilee pouch for your sewing kit, for your makeup bag. Or what would you make, Kat? Yeah, that's a Kat's table setting. Yeah.
Or a tray cloth.
Or a tray cloth. See, you've got that extra. You don't need to use it for that. Oh, it'd be brilliant, wouldn't it? Yes, buy 4 of them, the whole family. You can all have a table setting and a matching apron.
Just to keep it clean.
Yes. I absolutely love it. I think it's really gorgeous. You will. Not everyone will have one of these. Well, you can only get them from us. They're brand new and exclusive. Nowhere at £14.99. Half of the stock is the apron's gone. Remember, the bunting has sold out and the big bundle has sold out, but we do have as well. I love the bag because I'm thinking cushion or bag. You could choose.
You know the fabric that you had in the
end?
Previous hour, the red, white and blue fabric that you had in the previous hour.
Yeah.
You can use that for the lining so that you've got this, because that's the lining. Did you believe?
You've got the front of the tote bag, the back of the tote bag, the lining front, the lining back. You've got 2 handles. It has a facing, because it's a very posh bag. Spare fabric, large piece.
Yeah.
Spare fabric, all the instructions. I wrote these.
I know, because they're in sentences.
I know. Jill said, I think you wrote the instructions because they sent to me, so I know, yeah, it must have been me. So if they don't work, please message Jules.
No, they do work. They do work.
But you could use these for cushions.
You could, yeah, you could.
You could make 4 bags from this if you used...
Or you could use it, so where you put your facing on in the inside, you could actually use some of the other fabric as a pocket. You could make it as a zip.
Yes.
So you could take one of the zips and make a zip.
£19.99.
Yeah.
Because you've got to have a Jubilee tote bag, haven't you?
Yep, definitely.
Absolutely gorgeous. And we have got Jubilee cushions on at 11.
Made some
and Jules made some things.
Little
from
crown
the spare
purses and stuff.
Little purses and things.
Stuff.
I tell you what I like about this is that it's slightly cream, slightly ivory,
yeah,
bit vintage.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think they should reinvent the Union Jack and make it floral and polka dot.
Yeah.
Maybe
looks
that's
good
what
though, doesn't it? It looks
We'll write
good.
to the Queen and say, on Jubilee, could you please have a floral polka dot Union Jack?
Yeah.
We feel that life is a little bit serious and we want to make it more fun.
And we want some polka dots.
We want polka dots because everyone loves one. Anyway, so that is the tote bag. So the whole bundle has sold out. The bunting has sold out, but we do have the red, white and blue is the most popular, but do you know what? We've got the whole lot in purple because it's imperial purple because the Queen. So,
is it platinum purple as well?
It is platinum purple.
I know it's not, it's silvery colour, but it's
now, the whole bundle in platinum, we have still got these available. So let me hold them out for you. I'm going to show you the bunting first. So you get all 3 panels in the bundle. I love this purple. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Why not? You don't have to, you don't have to be red, white and blue. You can be purple.
I think it was very nice.
There. Look, so there's enough here. Which one should I show into? That one. There we go. There's enough here to make all the bunting that you can see that's hung up behind me. So we measured it, it's 3.5 metres. There's enough there. Obviously, you can make... Because have you got them on the back?
I've got it back. Yeah, I was going to say you can make it more if you you did a plain back.
With this bunting, Jules has used the fronts, them to make the fronts and the back. So if you use your own fabric, be it purple or be it white, you can make even more. Or if you know that you need 13 metres of bunting because you want to put it all around your house, buy several panels. I made for the I don't even know what it was. Maybe it was a wedding or a Jubilee. I made 30 metres of Union Jack bunting. And it went from the top of my house, had to get my son up there on a ladder, down to the fence, across the front of the home, back up to the top of the house. And that was 30 metres. So if you bought 4 of these,
yeah,
you could make 28 metres if you use your own fabric for the back. Mm-hmm. Not bad, is it? So that's in the bundle, the bunting. And also you get the tote bag. Ooh. Would you like to hear
this looks
that?
quite classy, doesn't it?
Can we get a shot of that? Look at that. Oh, I like the lining on that.
Different, isn't it?
With the the special emblem, the Queen's Jubilee. It's gorgeous,
badges,
isn't it? I love the size of the polka dots as well, that you've got the different colours and different scales of spots.
It's very quilting,
the Queen
isn't
would
it?
be proud to carry her sandwiches and that.
I think maybe we should make one and send it to her.
Should we make one and send it to her
Yeah.
and say, please, could you carry this with your sandwiches on the great day?
Give us a nod.
Give us a nod. Right, Sewing Street. And then finally in the bundle, obviously, is the apron. Now, this is the colourway that Jules is going to be working with, so you will be able to see it in action. Let's see what... Oh, I like... See, again, it's nice with the slight ivory, isn't it? So you've got the apron, you've got the pocket front, pocket back, you've got the side ties, the neck ties, the spare piece of fabric, all the instructions to make the apron. Now, all of those three, £37.97, you save £5 if you buy all of them in the bundle.
And you can get much more
Lots
than
of you
those.
buying multiples of this. I like the apron. Let me stand there. Look at that. Do you think that suits?
Yeah.
I think, yeah. I love that. Buy 2 of these bundles, save £10. 3, save 15. We could go on.
You could almost save as much as you're spending, couldn't you?
You could. If you keep you'll save as much as you spend. Yeah,
That's my mentality.
By 65. We'll work that out. They are also available individually. So if you want just the bunting on its own bunting, that's not the bunting, £7.99. I am amazed that that is only £7.99.
Really?
Yeah. I would have thought £12.99. That's what I said this morning. I reckon that's half of the stock. £7.99. Remember, you can make 3.5 metres if you use the fronts and the backs. Jules will be showing you in a minute. But if you use your own fabric to line them, which I would, unless, depends where you're hanging it, whether you are going to see both sides, because sometimes when you hang bunting, you see both sides. You have to decide.
You could
about
alternate them, though.
But you could alternate them, then you can make it go even further. £7.99 for the bunting on its own. If you want to make the apron on its own, that's the tote bag. Unfortunately, I can't see. Sorry.
Apron come tote bag. You never know, it's upside down.
That's upside down, wrong one, upside down.
Anyway, to me, to you.
3 to you. There's the apron, £14.99. Remember, make it as simple. You could line the apron to make it more substantial, just do it on its own. Odie coat it to make it waterproof.
You can do the hook around the top instead of the 2 ties. There's all sorts
You could
can
put a
do.
little D-ring thing,
Yeah,
adjuster,
yeah.
at the top, or you can just tie them, up to you. Put a button.
There's all sorts of bits and bobs
Yeah, you could do it with the button, can't you? Or a press stud or a magnetic
Yeah.
snap. And then finally, I'm going to check them before I hold them up. Yes, this one is the...
Must be, that's the only one.
I know, but yeah, I know, I'll end up
It's
picking
like
up the
that
bunting.
shell game, isn't it?
And then finally, the tote bag panel, £19.99. And remember, you can make more than one tote bag. If you want to make it super special with the front, the back, and all the lining, you make one. But if you use your own fabric or a bit imaginative, you can make more than one. I love that. I think I'd go for I think I'd make the purple one just to be a bit different. Why not? Right, so Jules, are you going to show us the bunting first?
I better show you the bunting before it all completely sells out, haven't I, really?
Yeah, we'll talk about, we've got the tape. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah, we need that afterwards. So when you've got your panel, you'll have 4 lines of bunting. Just don't willy-nilly cut them, because I'll show you a way you can do it really easily.
No willy-nilly.
No willy-nilly. Not this morning. So what you need to do is just cut them across.
I don't think the Queen would approve of you saying willy on... willy.
I didn't mean it in that sort of way. That's your mind, not mine. So where you've got the lining of the top of the triangles, just go about 1/8 of an inch. So I don't know, that's a couple of millimetres above. And cut them all the way through. So let's see how well this goes this morning. Oh, no, not
Now,
quite.
there's no instructions on this panel because you just need to follow what Jules is doing.
But it's very straightforward.
It's quite straightforward.
This is a sort of hack way of doing it, as in you don't
morning,
have to.
got 2 of each colour bunting, and we'll back the purple on the red, white and blue and mix and match where I hang it. Oh, that's a good idea.
Controversial. I don't know.
You were
quite
very
what I'm
lucky
doing.
to get to. Well done.
You must
have
gone
been
in
up
there
early
quick.
like we were.
Before the lark.
Before the lark, as the sun was rising. Oh, you should have seen the mist over the fields this morning.
I know, I did see
There was fields with hay bales.
I was driving at the same time as you, love.
But where I was driving over the river Avon, there was like mist and hay bales.
And it was all kind
If
of...
I hadn't been driving at 70 on the motorway.
yes, there's proper speed limit on the motorway.
70, I might have stopped and taken a picture.
So what we're going to do now is I've got some medium weight interfacing, iron-on interfacing. I'm just going to iron it onto the back of one. You don't have to do this at all, but if you want to do it, if you get one of our metre packs...
to give it, have we still got those on the website, Kat? The metre packs of medium weight interfacing.
Because a metre pack will do all of the panel.
Okay. Yeah, and actually yours is a bit, it feels nice and stiff.
Well, because of what I'm going to do next, you don't have to do as much sewing as you think. So that's what we'll do first of all, get that stuck on there.
So that's just to give it a little bit of weight, but you don't have to do that. Just to give it a bit of welly.
And you don't have to do it on both sides, you can do it on one side and it's all fine.
Fully washable as well.
And then what you need to
wash
do
your bunting
is... Well, you never know. It depends if you live near the sea.
You have a very raucous Jubilee party and red wine is spilt.
What, on your bunting, on your 30-foot
house?
Well,
somebody trips.
Never knows. Off the roof. So make sure that all of your writing is the correct way up. I'm not even going to cut that top piece off because you don't need to. You'll do something else in a second. So what you'll need to do is put them...
The Queen of Thrift. Jules.
Yeah, face to face. So you reverse sides together and just work out where the tops of the triangles are going to be. So if you just line them up.
Okay, but because you can see through, it's fine.
Yeah, and I would just put, you know I'm not a pinner, but I will pin here.
It's a special occasion.
Yes, special occasion.
Jules is bringing out the pins.
Got the pins at the ready. Just line them up and put some quick pins across. And then, hello, well that was the one that's been hanging the washing up. You know how it goes. So we'll just do a couple of pins in there and just all the way across, make sure that they line up. So doing it this way, you don't kind of give yourself any choice as to what goes on the front and what goes on the back. But if you're doing it speedily and you need to get some bunting up in a hurry,
right? Otherwise,
it's the way
just
to
cut round them.
Yeah. Otherwise, you can do you can do it in a calm manner, or you can do it.
If you've got a bit more time, you can cut them out individually.
You can do it. I got these on Friday. I'll do it for today manner.
Yes. But if this is. So that's the other ways. If you cut them out individually, you just put them...
Yeah, and you can do it so that you then put them right sides together, sew all the way around, turn them through, poke them out and all the rest of it. You can do it that way. But if you want to... What was it? Quick and lazy?
Quick and lazy, yeah.
You know me, quick and lazy.
Yeah, that's me. That's why I don't pre-wash fabric. I actually pre-washed fabric for the other day.
Whoop!
Honestly,
what was going on?
Couldn't believe
was that for the
myself.
Jubilee?
No, I decided I want to make a patchwork dress.
Ah,
I've got this thing in my head, and I can't see a picture of anyone that's made
patchwork or block. Well, you just get a panel, wouldn't you? And
no, I'm going to make. So I pre-washed my fabric before I cut it to make my patchwork dress.
So are you
still in construction?
Have you patchworked before you started?
Yes. What I've done so far is I've made lots of half square triangles. Cool. Then what I'm going to do is join them all together into a big rectangle.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to put my pattern on it and just cut round it.
That's how I do it.
But I have actually thought
I
about
approve
it.
of your methods. That's what I do.
But I have actually pre-thought about it, worked out where the half square triangles will come. So I've made them the size, so it's sort of in scale to where the hem will go.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
So you haven't got an obscure patch over a nether region or anything?
I don't know yet because I'm joining them all together. I've had a vague plan, and I have also cut all my seam alliances with pinking shears.
Yeah, well done.
My EPP is coming along, but I have sewn together I think about 50 hexagons and then changed my mind.
But EPP...
So I've unpicked them all.
Are you planning your EPP?
No,
I
well,
never planned
when
mine.
Jenny Jackson was on last, we decided that we would both really like to make a quilt, but a scrappy one so that you don't, because I'm rubbish at colours, so she said, let's make
just
a
have a
Facebook
theme
group
of.
where you just make all your hexes and then you just sew them together in whatever random order. So we've got, there must be like 700-800 people in this group now, if you want to join the Scrappy Hexy Fun group. So I've made loads of them, and then I decided I would sort of plan it, and I sewed them together, and then I decided I didn't like it, so I wouldn't pick them all.
You've not undone them all?
I have all of them. They're back now as lovely little hexies.
Why didn't you keep them and then just start on something else and use those for something else?
No, because I really want to make a quilt from it, and because I decided that I would make flowers from collections of fabrics.
Oh, the granny flowers.
And then sew them together. Then I saw pictures on this Scrappy Fun page that other people have done it properly random, and I don't like my planned random, so I haven't picked them all. So now they're
mine's
waiting.
always random.
No, we're now waiting to be randomised.
So just to explain what I'm doing while we're having a little old chat, I'm just sewing down the black lines or the edge lines.
Oh, so no seat, you're just sewing on the borders.
I'm just sewing on the borders, yeah.
Okay, but
so
all the way round?
No, just down from the long sides to the point, so leaving the top, the flat sides open. So I'll just do one more, and then I have done some others.
Oh,
just to show you what I'm doing.
You don't have to start and finish, do you?
No,
as in remove the needle.
No, I'm just cutting the thread. Right. Okay. So that gives you a bit of an idea where it's going. If you can see, I've done that one and that one and that one so far.
Yes, I can see that.
So.
Yeah, just have a little look.
As
I couldn't see the white
magic.
Because it was white stitching.
White on white.
I can see it now.
So as if band magic. So this is what I did a little bit earlier, and I've got. So you've got.
Now
on
I've
the show,
not used these, and I have one of these at home, and I've used pinking shears for my patchwork dress. But this is brilliant.
Revelation. And now I haven't got it in my blade today because I forgot mine at home. And we didn't want to open the thing, but that's fine.
Well, this has got 3 patterns, because this has got pinking, skip, and wave.
This is wave.
Oh.
So the pinking one is like the points
Does
on the
it
pinking.
actually work?
It pinks, and then the wave gives you that sort of affair. So that's what I've done on all of those. I've got one.
You have to be 25 to buy these.
Do you? I've just barely got in.
I don't think you should be allowed to use them.
I barely got in.
I'll have to supervise you next time, Jules. I can't believe you have to be over...
That would be like, let me say, the blind leading the blind, I feel.
You have to be over 25 to use a rotary blade.
Well, both of us together, we're almost there, aren't we?
Yeah, together. Yeah, it does say, are you 20? Are you old enough?
In the company of 25-year-olds.
Old enough.
It's like when you're at the supermarket and they call somebody in and you go, yeah. So... we'll have sewn down, if you're going to do it this way, we'll have sewn down all of the seams, sorry, not the seams, just around the triangle shape. Then if you want to use your wave or your pinking shear one, the wave is really nice actually.
Skip is for paper only, and it's for making perforations.
Oh yes.
So if you're making your own postage stamps.
Yeah. Which is against the law. But yes, you could do that.
But so if you do paper craft, I guess it's for paper craft.
Yes, it would be really useful for paper crafting. So we'll leave that for the hobby makers later.
Well, yeah, if you like our sister channel, Hobby Maker, then you'll like these.
Then buy it, because you've got both.
Yes, because you can do perforations. Ooh.
So if you were going to do it with the wave, you just then...
I like the wave.
It's
Does
really
the wave stop it fraying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've been cutting my half square triangles with my pinking shears. And
you can.
Do you know, I actually think I've got a packet of these and I've never used them.
But you just put them on just as normal, and then
I want to have a go.
Go down the side.
Have a go.
Can if you change your blade.
These have actually been sellotaped down.
Ah, so no then. And you see
someone's open.
So
that's
the normal one, and that's the wave. So that gives you the shot of both of them. And then what you would do is, once you've cut all of your triangles out, across the top, so taking your tape.
Right, so the tape
is in ½ meters, so that's really useful, because what you can do...
Oh, because on yours, can you see in the background, you've joined yours?
Yeah, I didn't have any red though.
Oh, you've joined the red and the... Oh,
yeah. So you would join them just a quarter of an inch seam.
Right.
Don't worry about it. Shall I? Yes. I can unpick it.
So they all come pre-cut. They're 99p a packet. You get half a metre. That's white.
And it's really good tape.
But we've got
it's
red,
really
white,
nice
red, white
webbing.
and blue. Can't
Red,
say
white,
that.
red, white and blue.
But if you
Actually, not against that, but
have a look on the website, they're all there. 99p for half a metre. So
join it in a quarter of an inch seam or thereabouts.
how many bits did you use? 1, 2,
I
4,
7, I think.
5, 6. So use 7 half metres.
And that
for
did the whole
right.
panel. And then what you would do is just fold it in half. So you judge the middle. You'll get 2 and a bit to a section. So just decide on where you want to start.
So you could just use white for the purple one, or red, white and blue for the mixture.
Yeah. Or you can do whatever kind of mixture you want, really.
You could make your own bias binding.
You could make your own bias binding, but this is so much easier.
Oh yeah, good point.
Come on.
Oh no, you have to, nice to make a job for yourself. Actually, some of the panels, if you've bought the multi-pack, on some of them there's quite a bit of white fabric down the edges. You could use to make your own binding.
Yeah.
On this apron panel, you've got strips of white fabric
I
unprinted.
always use the white fabric.
That actually, see, look on the bottom of there. That's on the side of the apron panel. There is white unprinted fabric.
Yeah, it's perfect to use because it's obviously the fabric of the main panel.
That's if you bought the bundle. There's not a lot of white on the bunting panel.
And so that's what you'd do, and you'd have a whole.
Oh, you can show that one down. There we go. There it is.
There we go.
It's gone again now.
Sorry, Becky. She'll be going, when's she coming back again? I'm off shift. So you can put another one there and then carry on along.
Okay.
So that gives you an idea as to what that bunting's going to look like.
That's very quick. So you can choose. You could do the long method or the very, very, very super quick Jules method.
If you want to do the quick and lazy method, if you want to do the longer method, then you would cut around. I would leave a little gap around, so you've got a seam allowance if you want the full triangle, but you know it still makes a decent bunting even if you've gone into that. So
okay, we are working on getting the red, white and blue in stock, but not yet. Not yet. So we don't know. Can't promise anything. But the purple is still available, $7.99.
I mean, the purple looks.
I love
nice.
the purple.
Yeah, nice.
It's beautiful.
You can make a bib. Anyway,
you could.
Anywho, we've got lots of things we can make out of this.
Well over half of the stock. The other thing, the purple is gone.
The other thing that you could do,
I'll have a little tidy.
if you didn't want to make bunting, look at these triangles.
Oh,
that obviously get it round the right way. Not done them. That makes
Christmas tree skirt,
or any other decoration. So you want
centre,
8,
isn't it? Yeah.
For a table centre.
Or round cushion.
Yes. Yeah. So you there's lots of other things you can do.
It'd be nice for like a foot, a floor cushion.
Well, my little cushion up there, which is coming on later, that's an 8 quadrant.
Oh, okay.
So you could easily do that. So
cushion.
if you sew them all together,
that's nice,
top and bottom.
Table centre.
Yeah.
Some little tidy
so there we go.
Okay. What should we make next?
Tick, bunting gone.
Tick, bunting.
What would you like next? Would you like the...
Should we do a tote bag?
Okay, let's do a tote bag.
Because I quite want one of these purple ones. If you could get it finished.
Can I just about finish it in time?
The tote bag is $19.99. We've still got that available in both colourways. We've got the purple, that's the one that's in the main graphic at the moment. And the side one is the red, white and blue. $19.99 for the panel.
So that's what it's going to look like on the outside when you've finished. I've sewn the outsides together.
So you just sew it, right sides together, down sides across the bottom.
Cut everything out on the line, sew it right sides together. And then I thought what I'd do is show you, I mean, this is the piece that's left.
Oh, that's the spare piece.
Yeah. So I'm not going to do anything with that just at the moment.
It's quite Wimbledon, isn't it? The colours.
It is a bit.
It's very Queen, isn't it?
Have it round my way. So you've then got, these are the lining pieces. So just put that to the side for a second. So these are the lining pieces. And what you get with the lining piece is you get a full rectangle, and you also get a small rectangle. I've cut them out of the panel, but I've left the side pieces, an extra piece at the side pieces, just so that you're going to be matching that to the top, just so that you can match it nicely. So once you've done that, you'll sew them together. So I'll sew this other one together and then we can get on with the panel. So sew your front pieces together and turn them the right side out, and then we're going to sew the facing piece to the lining piece. So you just, normally you'd cut it along the line, but if you've done it like I have and just left a little bit, then just make sure that you match everything up properly. And then I'm going to I think you're telling me 1 centimetre, so I'll say 1 centimetre, but it'll always be 1/4 of an inch for me.
Do you know what? It doesn't really matter as long as you use this, because of the way that this works, as long as you use the same seam allowance.
Yeah, you just got to be consistent.
It will be fine.
And mine might not be because I'm on a different machine, but yours will be at home because you'll be on the same machine.
And it'll all be perfect.
It will be perfect. And then once you've what I've found was just to give it a little bit more wiggle room to leave that extra piece when you're cutting out the panel. So now I can line it up nicely. I'll just cut that down. And then what you'll do is we'll just press this now, and I want the seam allowance to be pressed towards the bag. So let's do a bit of quick pressing. So if I'm having it towards the bag, just pull your bag lining and then set your seam down. And then I'll just iron it again from the top. Because now what I'm going to do is make sure that that lining seam doesn't come up again. I'm just going to top stitch onto the inside bit. So let's just do that. And top stitch is about a couple of millimetres, 1/8 of an inch thereabouts. Don't start right on the end because your machine will want to crunch it. And that's just really securing the facing seam. This is the point at which, though, you could put a pocket in. So if you decided that rather than discard this middle piece,
okay, you can put an internal
make a pocket, so kind of about 6 inches.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
And what you would then do is pop the pocket into this open seam, and you could put a zip over it, or you could make like an envelope pocket if you wanted to.
Right.
So, but we are not. Oh, okay.
What's happened?
They have a bobbin. I like a bobbin.
Yeah, let's do a little recap while you wind your bobbin up and sing the song.
Wind your bobbin.
Right, so the purple tote bag, but you know, but we're saying tote bag, but do you know what? It could be cushion. Could be, couldn't it? When you look at the panel, let me hold the panel up. It's so big. Okay, so the purple tote bag, well, we've got the red, white and blue one. Is in the side graphic, that's on the right hand side. On the left hand side is the purple one. $19.99 for for either of them. Remember, you get full instructions on there, so you get the bag front, the bag back, the straps, the lining, the extra piece of fabric that you can use for a pocket, and the instructions. $19.99. So at the moment, the bundle that's got all three, the bunting, the bag and the apron in purple, is extremely limited. The red, white and blue one's gone ages ago. 6. Only 6 left of the purple bundle, but you get a £5 saving by buying all three together. Only 6 of that bundle left. we've got lots of new customers today. Welcome to Sewing Street. It's lovely to have you with us. And it's really lovely to have you. The community is growing, and the more people in our sewing community, the better, because the more we can share our ideas. If you're new to Sewing Street, please join our fans page, because then you get to share all your makes, you get to share your tips, you get to ask questions, and honestly, it's the most helpful, probably knowledgeable group of sewing people that I know. They know the answer to everything. Even what's Windsor Castle. Or not, as I got it wrong. But really lovely to see you with us today. And we have got a whole week's worth of Jubilee makes. Well, 4 days. That's nearly a week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is all about the Jubilee makes so that you can get ahead. So if you've just joined us on Sewing Street today, keep tuning in every day. Or you can watch us on YouTube later if you want to see, if you've missed any of the shows. If you missed the 8 o'clock hour, you can watch it on YouTube later. But lovely to have you with us today.
So
Jules, where are we?
We've joined both the back facings to the linings, and now we're just going to make sure that the seams are lining up. So just line up where you have joined the two together.
Okay.
And take it to the edge, and then you will want to put a pin or a clip. I know.
Special occasion.
Special occasion. And then sew all the way round. So you're going to sew all the way down, around and up, just as you did for the front of the bag.
Okay.
So we'll do a quick whiz along with that, and then we're going to do the handles. So
nice little gifts for people, isn't it, if you're having a little party?
Well, you can see, I mean, I know we're talking and all that sort of stuff, but if you were at home doing this...
Yes, and you were concentrating.
Yeah, concentrating and doing it properly and all the rest of it, you could probably do, let's say conservatively, you could probably do all three, so the bunting, the panel, the apron and the tote bag, in an afternoon.
Yeah.
You could do it in 3-4 hours, I reckon.
They're quite simple makes, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, even if you're a beginner, as in never tackled one of these sorts of projects or never tackled one of our panels before, you would definitely be able to do one of them in an afternoon. So it's very straightforward stuff, really, as long as you can get your sewing machine working properly. Now you would do a lot better job at lining things up and making them all nice.
Yeah, this is
so
Jules can get through it.
So the next thing we're going to do is the handles. Mind you, I shouldn't be any different than doing it at home, because I do sew at a bit of a pace. Anyway, so your handle panel...
Yeah, but you're not having to chat to me at the same time.
No, I'm having to do maths homework and all sorts of other stuff at the same time. So to make a handle, this is such a universal method that once you've got it down, really. So what you want to do is take your handle piece, fold it in half, and press it if you'd like. But this fabric is really good at keeping a crease without necessarily pressing it hard. Then open it out. See, that was just a finger press and it's not too bad. And then press it, the outside edges, the raw edges, to the centre now. And so once you've done this and learnt this method, you use it on all sorts. And do it again. And then what I'm going to do is fold the whole lot into the centre.
Oh, so just like making binding.
Yeah, it's a binding doodah. But say once you've done it, you can do it on everything, can't you?
Well, it makes nice sturdy handles.
It does. And if you were, you can add to this, you can add an interfacing if you want, or if you'd like a soft handle, you can put some H640, but you'd only use one strip. So if you were doing H640,
the fusible wadding.
Yeah, an inch strip down.
Or you could put webbing inside.
You could.
For a sturdy handle.
For a sturdy handle. Yeah, you can actually get bag handle webbing, can't you? Which that's iron on as well, I think. And then, just to finish it off nicely and to keep everything together, what we're going to do is do a straight stitch, like a top stitch, if you will, down both sides to make them match. Okay, so we'll do that. And you know what? Do that every time. And what do I say to people? Don't do it.
So we've had words with the office because they're in now, and we think we will be able to get some more of the red, white, and blue bunting, but not many. So when they tell us we've got it, I will let you know immediately because you will need to check out. But they're working on it at the moment. They have to sort some things out. Apparently it's quite complicated. So as soon as we can release some more, we will let you know, but you need to check out quite quickly because there's only a certain number we will be able to get hold of.
Just shows you how many people are preparing, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when the breaking
isn't
news
it?
happens, we will let you know. We run across the bottom of the screen, breaking news. Red, white and blue bunting, isn't it? Not yet, I will let you know. I know everyone's getting ready. Well, you have to think about what you're going to do then, and whether you're going to go away, and whether you're going to be here. And
my friend had booked her day off work, or 2 days off, I think, last year. She could barely book it into the holidays for this year. She was so prepared.
Well, isn't it 4 days?
Yeah, I think it is.
What date? What the?
Is it the second of June, or 2nd, 3rd, 4th of June, or something? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's very complicated because you've got bank holidays as well.
You've got all sorts of bits going on, haven't you? So yeah, I'm not quite sure.
And Easter's quite late. Not that's relevant, but it means you've got a lot of days all in quite a short space of time, so it's quite complicated.
And it's schools as well, isn't it? So let me just, am I putting the handles? I am putting the handles. Because when you're doing the handles, obviously you put them on the front and back of the outside of the panel. But what you need to make sure of is that your handle's coming on the outside of the fabric, not going on the inside of the fabric, because that's the intuitive thing, isn't it? To tuck everything away.
Yeah, but then you would have handles on the inside of your bag.
Yes, you would. So you can measure it across, and what you need to do is you need to leave a section on the outside so that when you've sewn it across and turned everything in, you're securing the handle. So you want the handle poking up and away from the top of the bag. You will measure it, I think 9 centimetres you were telling me. But what I did was I just lined it up with the stripes.
That's it, yes.
Because you've got stripes and
they
it's
are
good.
optional, these measurements. It is actually easier if you've got stripes to line it up with them.
So make it so that the handle stays the same and is not twisted. And once you've done it on one side, do it on the other side. As opposed to having to take measurements. So if this were to be a plain, because you can use the pattern again to make your own bag, you don't have to make it out of this. Once you've got the instructions, you can make it out of whatever you like.
Well, and I guess if you measure the bits before you make it all together, then you can use those instructions for something else.
Yeah.
You can use the instructions for the front of your next bag.
Indeed.
Always have them to hand. Or the lining.
Unless you've used it as a lining pin.
Well, you could though. Text fabric is very popular.
Right, so there we go. So you might just want to tack those in place on the machine first of all, just so that you don't have to worry about them when you're putting your lining together. That's why I like automatic thread cutters, because I don't have to worry about where the ends of the thread's going to be.
I know.
So when you're tacking it together, just make sure that...
What machine are you using?
I'm using the 560, the Elna 560 at the moment.
Because it has the automatic thread cutter.
It has the automatic thread cutter.
It's nice.
Which I
very nice machine. If you fancy a new machine, that is a nice one. Have a look on the website. Well, we've got loads of them, but that's a really lovely one, isn't it?
It's good because it's advanced enough without being scary.
Yes, so it's advanced enough to go through all your sewing needs without feeling like massively intimidated.
Yeah.
Not that you should ever be intimidated, because the one that I want is one of the most expensive ones, and it's gorgeous. I've just got to persuade myself, take that little leap and purchase
The 720.
Yes.
Yeah. I know.
Have I mentioned that I love the 720?
No, I think we were sitting one time all together going, yeah, I'd like a 720, yeah, I'd like a 720.
Yeah, semi-industrial.
Yeah.
Well, you can sew through inner tubes on the 720.
Can you? Oh,
yeah.
there's the thing.
Dream machine.
So now, just to say, because I was talking, wasn't I? Leave a turning gap.
Oh, I regularly don't though,
In
and
the
I unpick
bottom.
them. What I should put in the instructions is unpick
Unpick a
part
turning
of the
gap.
lining, see, because you've forgotten to leave a turning
well, I
gap.
was talking, I'm always talking, aren't I?
I regularly forget to.
I'm okay. I normally start at the turning gap and go up on one side and go up the other side. So a turning gap is about 2 inches. And why did I remember now? Because I thought, well, I'm going to put one bag inside the other.
Would you like a smaller pair of
and so
scissors
around
for that?
the top. It's all right, I got there.
For that job.
Thank
I was
you.
going to say, would you like a seam ripper? But I can't find one of those.
Well, that's where I was looking.
Although there is a chocolate chip cookie in here, that'd be
Oh, I say. Maybe later.
Would that work as well as a seam ripper?
Not quite, no. But thank you for the offer.
For the offer, and a quarter of an inch. Yeah.
So that's something that you might do at home. Right, okay, so there we are, that'll do.
It's all sorts.
We'll get it through there. Let's just snip another couple of things. And then what we're going to do is put the bag inside the lining. So the only thing you've got to remember, it doesn't really matter which way round you do it, but just remember that you've got right sides together when you are doing it.
Right.
It's easier here to turn the bag to put the handles on and have the bag the right side round, and then put one inside the other. Match your side seams. So you can flatten your side seams if you want to. Quick and lazy doesn't. Quick and lazy. Sorry. So get your side seams, open them out, and oh, there's a pin. That's fortuitous. We'll use that pin to use there. And then just pin down your seams.
Okay, and then sew it around the top.
Sew it around the top. Turn it through your turning gap that you've left.
That you've unpicked.
And Bob's your uncle. Right, so you kind of get the gist of that. Are we moving on to our apron?
Yeah, well maybe, yes, I think we might have to talk through the apron.
Oh, what time are we?
It's 9 minutes to 10 o'clock.
Wowzers.
Where's
So
the
anyway,
timer?
so your bag will look like that.
It will when you've turned it all right sides out.
Yes,
Lovely,
and
that
pressed
makes
it. It'll be
sense.
beautiful. Fab.
So
fab.
with the apron, shall I bring?
So
bring
with
her
the
forward? She's not
apron-
attached to anything, is she? I'm going to bring her forward
So we
so
won't.
we can use her as a pointing to model.
Cool. So with the apron, cut out everything.
Shall I have her? Well, no, you can have
Oh,
her.
that's all right. We'll point in a second. I've done quite a bit of prep on it, so hopefully we'll get something going on. So with the
So you cut out
apron,
round the outside.
You've got the apron. You've got 4 of these strips, which are your ties.
Right.
You've got 2 strips for the pocket and the pocket lining, and that's it. That's what you've got. So what you'll do, oh, you've got a spare bit of fabric as well. So you've got which is a nice purple. So what you could do, you can either make your handles like this. So when you're making the handles, what you're doing is, oh yeah, maybe it's those handles.
The handles for carrying your apron.
The handles for putting your apron on, the straps. So you're going to fold over 1/4 of an inch and then fold over 1/4 of an inch again. So you've got some nice turned in seam pieces and stitch them all down and round. So that is one complete strap.
Right.
If you decided, so this will go one on one side, one on the other side, which are around the back.
Yeah, you can turn it right. There we go. That we can see.
So one on that side, one on that side.
Let me move her over a bit because she's sitting behind some graphics at the minute. Right,
and then for the tops, the neck straps, it's the same method. However, if you decided that you want on the top of your apron a strap that goes all the way round,
What, like we've got on here?
so one that goes,
Oh, no, this is tied,
one that goes
isn't it?
like that, as opposed to
Right, or
one that goes like that, as opposed to two separate ties.
So this one is tied as two separate ones, but if you want it to go, okay.
Then what you could do is either put two of the strap pieces together, and you don't need to finish them then, you just sew them around, turn them through, or you could have an alternate colour. So you can have one
with the
side with
spare
that and one
piece.
side with that.
Right.
So you could do either side. So that's what you would do for the straps. Then for the apron itself, you'll also be folding in a seam. So I just wanted to show you.
Oh, so you just hem.
Yeah.
Right.
I just wanted to show you going around this curve
that'll
because
be-
it
yes.
looks a bit daunting, but don't be daunted. What you'll do is you'll fold in. So let's grab the iron.
I'll move
Fold
our
in and
friend out of the way a
press.
bit.
Your
Come and
quarter
stand
of an
next
inch.
to me. You're out of trouble.
So fold in and press your quarter of an inch. Just watch your fingers, that's all I would say. But because it's a bias edge, it's really nice, it turns
Oh,
so
of course,
well.
yeah. So if it was straight,
Yeah.
but because it's a nice curve.
So you curve it round.
Breaking news, can we have it across the bottom of the screen? Breaking news, breaking news. I'm just going to put the apron on, see if it fits. Oh, it looks lovely. Breaking news, the red, white and blue bunting is there. Right, we've got 50. We have got 50 just come in, red, white and blue bunting panels left. We had a lot more than 50 of you who missed out. So if you want that one, quickly put it in your basket and check out. They're going. 40 available, 10 gone. 30 left, 20 gone. Quick. That's all we can get hold of today. I don't know whether we will be getting them back in, but quickly go onto the website, put it in your basket and check out. Remember, it doesn't matter if you check out now, you can check out as many times as you want. You will only get charged 1 P&P, but to secure it, you need to check out on it. 20 left. And there's 50 with you in the baskets.
Impossible time. Right, so what you'll
I know.
do...
I think, yes, I'm not sure we're ever going to get there's enough, are we, to do the bunting? I think the apron suits me.
So when you come to the corner, you'll have one piece that you've folded over, and then fold over the curved piece, the first lot of seam allowance.
Yes.
Then fold over again, then fold over again. So now you've got a nice neat corner. Can you see that on there?
Can we get in close on that one?
So you've just
come in,
got folded it
swim in.
over and folded it over again.
Okay.
So,
All right, okay.
And then put a clip in there. Carry on and finish your curve and do exactly the same at the top corner. So fold down your quarter of an inch. I've gone a bit more than the top there. It just means that you've got a really neat corner.
Yeah.
And fold in again.
Well, because that's going to be at the top of my lovely apron.
And then if I folded that,
That
you
fits
see.
me quite well, this, doesn't it? It's got a nice little apron.
I don't want to say to you that it's multi-fit, bless. But yes, I made it especially
did you
for
make
you.
it to fit me? It's quite nice, isn't it? I think it suits me. I like wearing an apron. I always just feel that I'm not going to get dirty.
Well, I've got lots
quite
of
a grubby person.
Lots of frontage that can get interrupting. So
the bunting sold out instantly. I'm really sorry about that. I blame it entirely on Jules.
It's my fault, and I'll take full responsibility for it. I have no problem.
Yes.
So when you're putting the straps on, so imagine you've sewn all the way around your seam like you have here. So you've got a nice neat finish. When you're putting the straps on, so this will be a curve. Imagine that the straps are carrying on that curve and tuck them underneath.
So with that curve sort of... And why did you do that then, Jules?
Because it means that, you know, when you put an apron on, you don't put it on like that, you put it on like that, don't you? Your arms always go down,
You do.
They?
Let me little. Oh yes, yeah.
And so you're not fighting against it, so you don't get a ruckle.
Not fighting against strap gravity.
Yeah,
this is a thing.
And when you're doing
discovered
the top,
by Newton. See, strap gravity. So when you do
well,
that,
everything goes that way, doesn't it? Definitely.
Got it.
And then when you're doing the top, make sure that you put your strap underneath the corner. And what you'll have is, if I had sewn this, you will have the line of sewing that comes from the strap all the way down and matches, so it looks like it's seamless.
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 And then you'll go across and up and across in a square.
For extra reinforcement purposes.
For extra reinforcement. I did that in nice bright cotton so that you could see it.
And if you're a particularly heavy duty person, put a cross in the middle.
Yes. Yeah. Depending on how you're going to hang it up.
What's your suggestion? Kat's got a suggestion. What is it, Kat? Oh yeah, so if you phone, Kat's suggestion is if you really want the bunting, if you phone the call centre, you can put it on the wish list. And then if we do get any more in stock, you will be told immediately. So if you have it on, you have to phone the call centre and you can put it onto the wish list and then you will be informed. Right, yeah, so all of you who missed out, can you message Kat on what would you like them to message you on? Shall I give them your on the website? Shall I give you Kat's phone number?
There you go, Becky, that's the purple
or
one.
On the website or email studio@sewingstreet.com. Then if she's got an idea of how many, then we will see if we can get that many back. We thought an extra 50 would be enough. Oh, the purple looks lovely.
Purple one that's
I'm
really,
going to come and stand next to you.
That's really well finished.
What do you think?
That might move.
Yeah, that's lovely, isn't it?
So
well, I'm glad, because you can have that one and I can have this one.
Yeah, because I've got to go take it home and finish it.
You actually need to finish yours. But that's fine, because mine's finished, so.
Yeah, all right.
It's lovely then. Thank you very much for my apron.
You're very welcome.
I'll go back
See
now.
the boss.
So go onto the website, www.sewingstreet.com, click on Watch Live, then you can message on there. Can you see it on? Is it on screen? Yeah. But I missed out, and then we will know how many, and then we will see how many if we can get them back in. Then scroll, and you can see what we've got left available. So we've got some purple tote bags, purple bunting. We've got a few of the purple bundle. And then we've got the red, white and blue, but you can see what we've got.
So
and the
much
extra.
sold out.
Loads sold out. But we will try and get some. So if you put it on your wish list or you let us know how many, then we'll see if we can get them. It's been so popular, and this is only day one.
I know. I'm so surprised about how many people are really well prepared. Well done, everybody.
Yes, that's it. We put us to shame. I'm fine because I have my own apron now.
Well, and I almost do.
So we're really well prepared. If you fancy pattern weights, if you weren't with me at 8 o'clock, this was the early bird. We have got 4 of these fab pattern weights. Now I've got a bit of fabric with me. I can show you how it works.
They're nice.
They're nice, aren't they? Now these are Union Jack Sewing Street colours. So what you do is you get your fabric, you lay your pattern weights down.
They're really useful.
But they haven't sold out, have they? Oh. And then you hold it down and then you can sew around without having to use pins. They are fab. Look, they feature, almost this camera. They've got Union Jacks in like a reddy coral and green with florals and dots, obviously. And then they say Sewing Street on the other side of them. And then there are 2 in that print. And then they say Sewing Street behind them. They're really heavy though. They're brilliant for holding your templates or your patterns flat on your fabric. Only, well, no, they were $13.99, but not today because it's early bird. And not only is it early bird, it's first day of Jubilee, so we got an extra £1 off as well. So they are $9.99. $9.99 for 4 pattern weights, and they come in this fab tin. So they're brilliant to gift, or you can use this tin for your other sewing supplies after as well. If you take the plastic inner out, you can get even more in it. I'm thinking Kit Kat. That's about the depth of a Kit Kat, isn't it? They brought out a new chocolate orange Kit Kat.
I know. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. You could get your cookie in there. Mind you, I don't know how long that's been.
Right, so people are messaging Kat about the wish list. You need to phone the call centre. Kat can't do that. She will just wants the messages so she can gauge numbers of how many we need. If you want to go on the wish list so that you are messaged, you need to phone the call centre. It's free phone and the number is on the screen, 0800 001 4433. So if you want to call the call centre, they will put you on the wish list. They will message you when they come back in stock if you're not watching at that point, because we don't know when that'll be. We're still speaking to management.
Shall I go up and talk to them?
Yes. So after the break, it is all about the sewing tools, big ones, small ones and ones in between, but all very useful for helping out with your Jubilee makes. Jules will be back with us in another hour at 11 o'clock for the cushion. Woohoo! Jubilee cushion. So go on the website if you don't want to miss out with those, because they are beautiful. Please get ahead, shop, get it in your basket, because our Jubilee makes are flying out. I'll see you back here in a few minutes' time.
Hello, I'm Kerry from Living in Loveliness and I'm delighted to be part of the Sewing Street team. I'm based in Wolverhampton and I absolutely love working with fabulous fabrics. In particular, I love working with fat quarters and showing you how to get the most from your scraps. I love bringing communities of sewists together and encouraging people to sew for greater causes. Most recently, we have been sewing for our NHS and key workers. I look forward to bringing you hints, tips and techniques. I'll see you soon.
If you're a Sewing Street or Yarn Lane customer, no matter how many times you check out in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. So don't wait to add the item you want to your basket and check out. You will only pay one P&P even if you check out multiple times in one day. Missed the live show? Don't worry, we recorded it for you. Never miss out on your favourite presenters, guests and makes ever again. Head on over to our YouTube pages to watch back the day's live show and enjoy your favourite demos over and over again. We also have lots of great content exclusive to our YouTube pages, such as product demonstrations, troubleshooting videos and so much more. Subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a show or video ever again.
Sewing Street have our very own app. You can now watch and shop from anywhere. Simply download the app from your app store onto your smartphone or tablet, then log in or create an account, and you're done. You can watch us live from anywhere, browse all our recently played items and pre-orders so you never miss out on any show deals, and message the studio to say hello at any time. And remember, you can check out as many times as you want and only pay one P&P all day.
Keep up to date with what's on Sewing Street and Yarn Lane, as well as all the latest news and special offers by signing up to our email newsletters. For Sewing Street, head on over to www.sewingstreet.com, scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, type in your email address, click the envelope, and you're done. It's exactly the same for Yarn Lane. Head on over to www.yarnlane.com, scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, type in your email address, click the envelope, and that's it. You are now subscribed to both Sewing Street's and Yarn Lane's email newsletters. Never miss out on the latest news and special offers ever again. We know that shopping online can be a confusing and sometimes daunting task. And sometimes all you want to do is talk to a human being. Our family-run customer service team are on call 24/7. Full of friendly, warm-hearted individuals, all trained to make your shopping experience as easy and enjoyable as possible. Not only will they take your order, they'll also help and guide you on your shopping journey, so you never miss out.
In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 AM to 1 PM every day on Freeview 73 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in to our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 PM every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 till 1 PM. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on. So, you never have to spend a minute without us. Follow Sewing Street and Yarn Lane on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with what's coming up on the show, as well as being the first to know about our amazing offers. Get involved with our competitions that are exclusive to social media. And pick up some top tips from us too. Stuck for ideas for the perfect gift? Why not get them a gift card? You can buy Sewing Street and Yarn Lane gift cards loaded up with anything from £10 to £500. Shop our gift cards online at www.sewingstreet.com or www.yarnlane.com, or purchase them via our UK call centre on 0800 001 44 33.
And welcome back to Sewing Street. Thank you for joining me on the special beginning of the Jubilee Makes Day. I know it's not the Jubilee yet, but as sewers we do have to get ahead. Do you like my apron? If you weren't here in the last hour, we were selling panels to make the apron, the bunting and the tote bag. So if you want your own Jubilee apron, we do it in purple and red, white and blue. If you want your own Jubilee tote bag, oh, I've dropped some tea down the front of that one, I've just realised. You just won't look at that. It's only tea though. But they are fully washable, so it's good. It'll dry out in a minute and I'll be right. If you want to make your own tote bag, bunting or apron, we sold out of the bunting panel. We are working on getting more. We got 50 more we're working on getting. We'll let you know anyway. But that was the last hour. So if you are looking forward to the Jubilee and you want to do some makes for that, have a look on the website. It's all on there. And we've got more Jubilee makes in the next hour. The cushion, yes. Oh, there's a picture of it. Actually, while you do that, show that picture. There we go. There we go. That solves my microphone problem. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? Exclusive to Sewing Street. There's the front. There's the back, beautiful prints, lovely, isn't it? That's going to be in the next hour. We have got 2 cushions for you. So if you're loving our Jubilee Makes Day, don't forget about the cushion. But we are going to need tools to make all of this. Where should we start? In my tool shop. We were out of stock of this last week, the 505 spray, but we've got it back in, which is brilliant. So if you know what this is, get it in your basket, because we always sell out of it. If you don't, it is fantastic. You know, the worst part of making a quilt or a quilted thing, whether it's a cushion or a makeup bag or a whole quilt, is the tacking the 3 layers together. Well, with this 505 temporary adhesive, brilliant. What you do is you spray the wadding, then you put your front fabric, you just press it down on top, and then you turn it over, you spray the back of the wadding, and you put your backing fabric on top, and it holds it in place so that you don't need to pin or tack. You get a beautiful even surface. You don't actually need to layer the 3 layers together and then tack. You can stick the wadding to the front, then the wadding to the back, so you get a perfect finish, which is ideal, particularly if you're joining your wadding, that you want it to be absolutely straight. Even better, it's removable. So if you've put it on and you think, oh, it's not quite central, you haven't lined it up, you can just peel it back, stick it back on again. When you then sew through it, it won't gum up your needle, and when it's all finished, it will wash out as well. So it won't leave any sticky residue. It is absolutely brilliant. When you use it, follow the instructions, give it a good shake, and if you're using it on a carpet or something, put a sheet underneath because you don't really want to get it on your carpets. But if you've already checked out today, don't worry, there is only one P&P. It's £3.95, and it doesn't matter how many times you check out. So if you've put something in your basket, if you put the early bird pattern weights in, that's your P&P done. You can check out another 395 times today, and you will still only be charged £3.95 up until 23:59 midnight, and then baskets are closed, and that's when we start processing your order, and then we start putting it all together so that we can send it out to you. Oh, the glue pens. Oh, now another thing that keeps selling out as well. So if you are doing, I mean, they're brilliant for EPP, because you know how we always used to tack our hexy fabrics to our hexy papers. This is perfect. So, but it's special fabric glue. You can use it for inserting zips. So you know when you're putting a zip between a front and a lining, and you have to tack the front on and then you sew the lining on, you can stick them in place with that. Oh, I've lost my talk back. Oh, it's all right. It's if I come back now. Sorry, I couldn't hear what they were saying. Felt like I was drowning. They must have turned it off while they were talking about me. If you are putting in, you know when you have a zip behind a post box opening, that's really hard to get just in place. Fabric glue is great for that. Basically, you can use it instead of pinning. Now, the best thing about it is that it doesn't gum up anything. Don't use Pritt Stick, because I've tried that, and it all gets caught in your needles and you can't get the layers apart. This washes out. It's actually easy to use. Maybe you're using velvet, PU, silk, lawn, something that will mark that you don't or can't pin. Brilliant for that. Now, when you get the pen, which is £5.99, you get one glue stick in here and a spare one. But once you've got one of these, you will realise how marvellous they are, and you will go through them. So please get yourself a pack of refills at the same time. Refills. Now, I know they come in different colours. They all dry clear. And actually, somebody messaged in the other day, because I've always wondered why, and said that because you can see them until they dry, so depending on different colour fabrics, you might want to be able to see where the glue is before it dries, and that's why they give you different colours. So you've got like white ones for dark fabrics, yellow ones for coloured fabrics, and pink ones for maybe blue fabrics. But that's why they come in different colours, because I did wonder, because they do dry clear. But they are designed specifically for fabric so that they won't glue up anything. But I would recommend them particularly for zips. My favourite thing for them. But buy the refills at the same time. Really important. Yeah, please keep checking out for those. Keep checking out. Just pop them in your basket. They're really worth having. The 505 spray and the glue pens are ideal. John's just messaged in to say, can you stop showing that dress? Which picture's that then, Kat, that he just wants us to stop showing? Oh, he looks so lovely in it, particularly his flip-flops. I like love the flip-flops. But I think he should wear that dress on Jubilee Day. If he's working that day, I think we should get him to wear it. Because it would be lovely, wouldn't it? Yeah, it is for Jerry Halliwell, really. It's not for the Queen. But however, he looks so fetching in it. I think he should come into the studio wearing it. I wonder if he's still got it. Let's do... Oh, yes, so we're talking about gifts and tea. Actually, I think it's dried now. Oh, that's good, isn't it? It has dried now. So, little gift for yourself or for someone else. Comes in a nice box, which is always very useful, isn't it? When you want to wrap something. I love these. I've got one of these on my sewing table, and it has all of my marker pens in. I've got some permanent markers, some friction pens, and some transfer pencils, and they all sit in there. I've got the scissor rack for my scissors. And look, it's glorious, isn't it? Look, the handles are scissors. Obviously, they don't work. And then you've got the scissors there, and then you've got this little running stitch line all the way around with scissors on it. It's beautiful, isn't it? And it works. It's not just novelty. You can actually use it as a mug. But I do keep mine, because I love it, on my sewing table, and it's a really good thing to put pens in. But it's really lovely as a gift. Comes in a nice box as well, so it's easy to wrap. It's 400 mils, 13.5 fluid ounces, so it's a nice size mug as well. Gorgeous. Please do keep checking out for that one. Only £9.99. Keep checking out for that. I've got to rush a bit because we've got loads to get through in this hour. Oh, the William Morris bookmark. This is my favourite quote, actually, after the poem If, which is my favourite poem. Have nothing in your home that you don't consider to be useful and believe to be beautiful. And that's true, isn't it? So when you're chucking stuff out, is it useful? Is it beautiful? And I think also, one thing he has missed on there is sentimental. Because sometimes things are neither useful nor beautiful, but they are slightly sentimental. Anyway, it's a little bookmark. Great for marking your next project, great for sticking on the fridge, because it's magnetic. So you can use it to stick on the fridge if you want to. But you can, it goes, it sticks together. So if you, that's how it works. So you can put it round, let me show you, in this book here. The time set, oh, that's nice. I don't think I've seen that one. We'll do that in a minute. The time-saving charm quilts. So if you want to mark your place in your book, or in your, if you're reading, you just pop it around there and then it would just goes on. So it's really better than using the little post-it notes. And it will remind you all the time about keeping things that are useful and beautiful. And that you believe to be beautiful, doesn't matter what anyone else believes. So that's the William, £1.99. Nice little thing to pop in your basket. You know, if you I often, if I buy somebody a book as a present, I often get them a bookmark. It's quite a nice little thing to go with it, and they are inexpensive. So I'll put that back in this little packet. This is nice because I do love. I do love a charm pack. Now the charm packs are 5-inch squares. Just so, but obviously you can do them with 10-inch squares. You just cut them into quarters first. But that is the traditional charm pack, is 5. But actually, yeah, it is better value for money to buy the 10-inch squares and cut them into 4. Obviously, that kind of gets rid of the pre-cut notion. But it is much better value for money to do that. But this is using the 5-inch squares. I like the crisscross throw. That's nice, isn't it? With the white borders between it, sort of like a bit latticey window. Now it's Annie's Quilting, so if you've seen these before, they are really, really good price. How many's in there? 8 for £8.99, so just over £1. Where would you get a set of quilt instructions for just over £1? You just wouldn't. So you've got the crisscross throw. I like that. And it tells you what you need for it. So you will need, I mean, a lot of them obviously will use, so this one has got 144 5-inch squares. You have to see how many you get in your pack. Most of them get about, but then if you use a 10-inch square, you get more, because normally in a charm pack you get about 42 squares, but then a lot of them have got plain fabrics as well. But that's great, because you want to save your charm packs and your designer fabric for the nice parts, and then just bulk it out with the less expensive plain fabrics. You don't want to waste that on those. That's a lovely one, isn't it? Works really well. It's quite simple, but because you've got the 4 squares, but then they've used the charm packs for the borders as well, really nice. That one's in a plique one. As she says, it's easier and faster. That's very pretty, isn't it? That looks very baby quilt to me, because it's neutral. You could use any colours in that. With the white, it's so clean, isn't it? But really, really nice for that one. I like that one as well. So that's got 4 patch and a plique on it. So you've got a mixture of the two. And often you buy these charm packs because you love them but aren't absolutely sure what to do with them. Well, this is brilliant, isn't it? Love the pinwheels. Such a good way to use a half square triangle, isn't it? Because you're creating lines as well as pinwheels as well. That's pretty. Town, village, circle. And you can use your charm packs, but you can also then mix and match it with scraps of your own fabric as well. £8.99, so just over £1 per project. That's lovely, quite a vintage inspired one. That's very clever, isn't it? Where they've cut the squares and then put this the plainer strips between them, and it gives that window effect. And every project comes with a nice sort of styled shot, very clear what you need for it, but then also they always put in a big flat shot of the quilt, which is really useful when you're coming to make it, but also when you're trying to work out what order to put them in. We've got some reviews. Wonderful book full of great projects and lots of tips to help you create fabulous projects from Valerie in Cheshire. Now that's an independent review. When they're FIFO reviews, they're independent. We can't do anything, we can't change them. So it's really useful for us to see what you think about our projects, and useful for all the viewers, because I know I don't often buy something if I don't see a review on it, because I want to know what everyone else thinks. Unless I know the product already. But if it's a new project, particularly a book, it's nice to see a review, isn't it? Charm sample, I love that one. Because, you know, this very pastels, rainbows, plains, but it would look completely different if you did it into some vintage, small, ditzy prints, and then use maybe a calico background. So these, when you think of these projects in here, depending on the fabric you use, completely changes the style of them. But that's so pretty. Very nice, very nice. £8.99. All the, if you need, some of them have templates, they are all in the book. It also talks you through, at the back, quilting basics. So if you're new to quilting, you'd like to have a go, have a look on the website, got lots of charm packs, pop them in your basket, get the book. You could you'll be making your first quilt in just a few days' time. Oh, now we've been sent in a picture. Oh, I love the Lewis and Irene Jubilee fabrics. Here's the quilt I made for them. Loving the show, from Sarah in Brighton. That is gorgeous, Sarah. I love the use of the border. I mean, I had lots of ideas of what I would do, but you've done it. I like the way you've positioned it so the bust is just poking in from the right-hand side. That is stunning. Thanks for sending that in, Sarah, because I was saying I'd love to see what you've done with them. I love your quilt. It looks amazing. If you want some of those Lewis and Irene fabrics, if you weren't with me at 8 o'clock, go on to sewingstreet.com, click on Watch Live and scroll down. You will see all the fabrics there. Some of them are sold out, but we still do have some of them left in stock as well, but that is beautiful. We have another one, which is there. It's right underneath. It's Hayden. Big block quilts. 10 projects with big impact. So if you're thinking you want to make a Jubilee quilt, but you want an idea of what to make, you've bought some of the fabric, you know, obviously the picture that Sarah just sent us, it's just a simple quilt, but depending on the fabric you use it and how you use it, you can create your own Jubilee design. These books are ideal. Again, this is £8.99, and there's 10 projects in here, less than £1 per set of instructions. So, you know, something like this, wouldn't that work well with the border panel on the inside? Could use that for that. And all the other fabrics, that's gorgeous, isn't it? That's actually very similar to the one that Sarah sent in, isn't it? But this is where you get your ideas. So when you've bought some fabric and you think, I want to make a quilt with it, books like this are brilliant, because you've got a choice of 10 different designs, from, you know, real beginner to intermediate, from more traditional. So this is quite a modern block design, whereas this one, medal ribbon, floral, much prettier. Actually, if you see the oh, that's got a smaller layout, it's probably better here. Much more traditional block design. So it just depends. So the book has got really something for everybody in it. That, again, very good if you've got panels and you want to really show, or a beautiful piece of fabric that you don't want to be cutting in. Maybe you've got some kaif, you know, the kaif fabric that's got the large blooms in them, and you really want to show it. Quilts like that are really good for them, because you can frame your favourite fabrics. Pebble Beach, I like this one. It's like the, what are they called? Those windmills that you blow. That's what it looks like. Is there a name for them, or are they just called windmills? The ones that you just, on a stick, that you blow. But it's very beachy, lovely to make yourself a picnic rug type quilt taken down the beach. Gorgeous, isn't it? You know, and it's lovely, isn't it? Because you can see exactly how it's all laid out. So have a look at your fabric collection and what you've got, and you can work out what colours you would put where. Fancy a bit of a plique? That's in this quilt, a plique and piecing. And the templates are in the book for this. If you look, oh, maybe they're just after it, not the back. Yeah, look, there's the template for doing the applique. And it's even got the stitches, so if you want to do it by hand or by machine, it gives you the stitch guides there. Oh no, there's the templates, that was the placement guide. So everything is in here that you need, which is lovely. I love that, it's beautiful, isn't it? I love a look applique quilt. That's a nice simple one. This one will be really good for beginners because you've got lovely big blocks. So quite simple to work out how to make one block. You've got large half square triangles, smaller ones, and it creates a much more complex quilt than it actually is to create. 10 in here. If you don't want to make a whole quilt, this is just a little topper, only a 40 by 40 inch, just something smaller. So you could use it in here, they put it on the top of a table. It's lovely, isn't it? I like the fabric they've used for this as well. It's a bit like that, the Somerset fabric that we had last week from Christopher Wilson Tate. Very simple for that. Similar to that, we had some charm packs in for that last week, if you bought one of those. Again, another table topper in green. But, you know, once you've got these designs, if you think, I love that, but want to make a bigger one, the instructions are in there to make one block. All you have to do is keep repeating it. So there's a lot of great value for money here. Bed runner here, also good for table runners. And all your quilting basics and information. So if you've got big blocks, maybe you're thinking, I want to make a Jubilee quilt, picnic blanket, wall hanging, that's ideal, £8.99. Now, we had some panels on last week, actually on Tuesday, I think. Monday or Tuesday, I did both days, I can't remember. Now, we've got the bundle. These were brand new last week and they are exclusive to Sewing Street. They sold extremely well, really popular, but obviously I know that you don't all watch every day, all day. So for those of you who missed it, in this bundle you get all the panels. It is the mega panel bundle. So let me open them. $54.97, you save $12.99. So I'm going to do them one by one. So this is the fatter quarter panel. Oh no, this is not. This is fabric strips. There is one of those. This is the fabric strips. So there are 18 2.5 inch fabric strips, which is bigger than me. Now, these fabric strips are 2.5 inches wide, but they're 140 centimetres long, and you've got 18 of them. So you start here, where you've got little hearts, and then it goes up to bigger hearts, and then if I fold it in half, I can show you the bottom part of it, and then there you get, so can you see what I mean? They're all in different scales, but so it's like having a design roll. So if you cut them all out, you've got all of the 2.5 inch strips, but the beauty of them all being printed together like this is you can actually cut them the other way as well. So you can do things like make a rainbow tote bag with them, or cushions, by cutting them the other way, or you can separate them all, join them all together. They make brilliant binding strips. So maybe you've made quite a bright rainbow type quilt. Because they're 2.5 inches wide, they're absolutely perfect for binding. So that's that one. You also get, I have to unfold them to see what they are. This one, which is the 5 inch squares. Now there's 40 5 inch squares, so the charm pack book I showed you earlier, ideal for that. The only way you can get hold of this panel is in this bundle now. So you get 40, and if you look at it, you can see we've got big hearts just in the single squares, we've got rows of little hearts, we've got coloured hearts, all sorts. There are 40 5 inch squares. So that's panel number 2 that you get in this bundle. Panel number 3, keeps going, doesn't ever stop. Well, it does. This is these are the large fat quarters. So normally a fat quarter is 20 by 22 inches. These are 27.5 by 19.5. So these are big. So there's the top two fat. I love this fat quarter. You've got like rainbow shades. It goes from purpley pinks all the way to blues and greens and yellows and oranges. Then this one here, this looks like, you know, you get those ribbons with that are woven like with hearts down the centre. That's what that one looks like. Then you've got one at the bottom that's sort of squares of hearts, and then the one on the other side that's rows and rows of little rainbow hearts. So 4 on there. I mean, this is the most amazing value for money. And if that wasn't enough, you've got this one as well. This one's for free. Love this one. This is all the hexes. So there are 60, I think. Yes. 60 hexes. These are 2-inch hexes, which means that if you use if you were doing them with EPP, if you use the 2-inch hexy papers, they've got the seam allowance already printed on them. So the measurement of the hexie is the measurement of one of the face sides, not diagonally across. So these are bigger than 2 inch so that you can use them with 2-inch papers. You can machine sew these together, or you can actually cut them out as a panel as they are and quilt round them and then leave the white spaces in between them. So on the website you can buy the large fat quarter, the fatter quarter panels, and the design roll 2.5-inch strips on their own, but the charm squares and the hexes you cannot buy alone. So if you want to have all 4 and save £12.99, we've got 15 of these left, and they were so popular last week, so we thought for those of you who missed them, we'd bring them back. And they are exclusive to Sewing Street. You cannot get them anywhere else. They're just beautiful. They're really good for cushions. Barbara made a backpack with them that looked lovely. There's so many different things you can do with this. Or, you know, you can just use them for if you've got lots of different fat quarter makes that you want to do. Good for things like kids' party bags, anything for children's bedrooms because they're so bright and cheerful. Yes. My apron. There's only 2 of these left. Only 2. So if you want one of these aprons, go on to sewingstreet.com, watch live, scroll down. There are only 2 of these panels left. It's a good job this one isn't for sale. 1 minute warning. Right, we have got 50 of the bunting, red, white and blue bunting panels that are going to be back in 1 minute time. But just be ready, because it's almost there. I'm going to give you a minute to get on your laptop, get on your phone, get on the call. They will be there. We have got 50 and they will be available in how long? 30 seconds. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because we don't, we restocked them once with 50 and they went in about 2 minutes. 15 seconds to go. So get on your phone, get on your laptop. Just phone. Yeah, they won't mind, Chad. Just phone the number, 0800 001 4433. It's free phone. Ready? How long we got? Now. There we go. £7.99. Yep. We can see you. We can see you on the phone line. Straight into baskets. Here is the panel. Upside down. Half the stock in baskets. Already gone. Quick, 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 quick. £7.99 for the panel. There are 50. You can make 3.5 metres of bunting from this one panel, or back it with your own fabric. You can make 7 metres, buy more than one panel, buy 4 panels, make 30 metres, buy multiples, make loads of bunting. It is gorgeous and extremely good value for money, because we have sold hundreds of these this morning. And the way that they're printed, because they're printed up and down like that, I'm amazed at £7.99. I'm absolutely amazed. But we've made really good use of the fabric space. 5 left. 42 in baskets. So those of you who have it in your baskets, you need to check out, because just because it's in your basket, someone else, if they put it in their basket and check out, it will come out of your basket. I know it's really, really annoying, but you do need to check out because somebody else will take it. I'm sorry if you keep missing out. We will try and restock them later in the week. I mean, but it's just persuading everyone to do it. But if we do get them, again, if you're on the wish list, if you've been motivated and notified, then you will. They probably didn't have enough time to notify you, unfortunately. So if you have missed out, if you're on the wish list, you will still be on there, and you will be let know that we have got any more. But that, I think, is all we can manage for today. So if it's in your basket, please check out, or somebody else will take it. Have they all gone now, Kat? Okay. Have they all been checked out? Okay, gone. Right. And 2 aprons left. Are there still 2 aprons late? There is one red, white and blue apron, £14.99 for the panel. And 32 of you got it in your baskets. Who's going to be the lucky winner of the gauze? And it won't be this one because this one's already been made. So don't worry, this one's going home with me because I have dropped a bit of tea down mine, so they won't want it back now. That's good. That's good. But we do have the purple ones. We do have the purple ones. If you want the purple one instead, go on the website to see all of our Jubilee panels and makes that we can give you. Oh yes, the rotary blades. If you need new rotary blades, I bought myself 10 the other day. I'm fed up with running out of them. Well, I'm fed up. I don't know why. I just keep blunting them. I go over pins all the time. These will fit any rotary cutter as long as it's the 45mm diameter. Pack of 3 there, £8.99. You know, the wonderful thing about rotary cutting is it makes your cutting so much faster and more accurate, unless you have a little nick in it or it's blunt, and then it doesn't because you have to keep cutting the bits. But you know, it's very important. As soon as if you're cutting, as soon as it starts leaving gaps of threads where you have to cut them, you need to change your blade. So always good to have a pack of 3 because then they've always got some spare ones. And they come in a nice little plastic box as well, so you can keep them stored. Oh, lots of you multi-buying this, because what I do is when I've used all of those 3, I keep the plastic box to put the blunt ones in, because otherwise you never know what to do with them, do you? Because you don't want to hold them because they're still sharp. So I always keep that, and I write blunt on it so I know, and then you can use the plastic box to keep those, so they're much easier to dispose of. But they are really good. I always have a lot of, about 10 of these, and sewing machine needles. Just because those are the 2 things you really do need to remember to change all the time. And now I've got my 50 sewing machine needles, I am religiously changing them after after a big project, or it's supposed to be 8 hours of sewing, but I do. So do change your rotary blades and your sewing machine needles. It makes a big difference. Please keep checking out for those. Rotary cutters, we have 3 different sizes of rotary cutters. So we've got small, normal, medium and large. So they all work in the same way. So if you've used a rotary cutter before, but you've probably got a 45mm, that's the most generic one, the one that we use the most often. 60mm, perfect, because if you think of the circumference, the diameter is 60, so with the circumference you've got a bigger cutting space. So you've got about 180mm. It's about 6 times 3.142. It's about that, isn't it? Then when you're cutting, particularly if the sort of cutting you do is you're cutting fabric across the fabric width, maybe you're cutting strips of fabric, then it's more accurate, it's quicker to cut because your blade will go further, go round, so it's much quicker to cut. If you're doing small pieces, then you need the smaller one, but this is great. If you're constantly cutting strips, it is quicker with one of these much larger ones, which is fab. Now, they are assembled, you see on the back, in exactly the same way as the normal ones. They have a lock on them, but they're 60mm. Any of the 60mm blades will fit in them. These are, you know, generic. So they've got a clip, so you can shut it and close it, which is really important. As soon as you finish your rotary cutter, shut the blade. Once you've done that for a few weeks, it just comes naturally. You kind of can't not do it anymore. So that's the 60mm, ideal for cutting lots of strips all through several layers of fabric. Now the most popular, the most often used is the 45mm. Same make, the So Simple, really nice ergonomic handle, nice grip on it. There's the slide so that you can uncover the blade or uncover it when you're using it. Any of the 45mm refill blades will fit into it. This is the one that you will use most of the time. So if you're doing general piecing, if you're cutting out dress patterns, if you're cutting out bias binding strips around the edges of bags, cushions, all that sort of thing, this is your middle of the road general one. It's nice if you've already got one rotary cutter. I always usually have 2 or 3 because often if I'm cutting through templates or paper, I'll use one for that. I often find, oh, you know what it's like in the house, people go, oh, can I just borrow your rotary cutter to cut this card? So that's why I do have one specifically for paper. So if you've already got one, always useful to have another one. Or if you're going on workshops, always good one to have an extra one in your workshop bag. Only £10.99. And then the baby one that we have today is the 28mm. So this is good for finer cutting, if you're cutting smaller areas, or if you're using it for dressmaking. So you've put your pattern on the fabric and you've weighted it down and you want to cut small curves. Maybe you're cutting around armholes, bodices, all the smaller curved parts of things. This is ideal because you've got, because it's a smaller circumference, it's much easier to manoeuvre and get around smaller areas. Or if you're cutting out small shapes for a plique, this is much better for that. It's one of those things that you probably think, oh, I wouldn't want to cut out a shape freehand with the 45mm. With the 28mm, freehand cutting is that much easier. £8.99. Pop it in your basket. This one. I love this one. I love this one because it's pink. It's really nice, isn't it? It's got loads of markings, it's great. We've got all sorts going on here. So we've got centimetre markings, we've got angles, we've got in individual centimetres, then we go up to in 5 centimetre increments, we've got all the angles. And then on the other side, we've got it in inches. It comes down to 1/8 of an inch increments, we've got the angles. I like this, that you've got, if you wanted to cut a 2-inch bias strip, you've got that marked on. Absolutely brilliant. So you know when you want a smaller one, I know that sometimes if I want to use a smaller one, or if I'm going maybe on workshops where I want just one next to my sewing machine, it's ideal for that. I have a smaller one as well that I will use for cutting paper and card. So I'm not using my main cutting mat as well. Ideal for that. I find they're really useful for keeping things on. So maybe I've cut out lots of little pieces for bonded webbing or applique. You can keep them on here nice and flat and move them somewhere else. Nice bright pink one. I tell you what this is good for as well, is if you're doing photos of your work, maybe you're like doing walkthrough instructions or something like that. I know a lot of you put little videos on YouTube and things like that. It's nice to have this as a background. So many times I see videos with that dull green normal cutting mat background. No, which is great for cutting with, but really boring to take photos on. So when I've done some instructions, I've taken pictures, I always put it on my pink one. So the green is fantastic for cutting, and I think that's probably because nearly every fabric shows up on it. The pink one is brilliant for photos. But it's nice to have a smaller one. I do have 3 different sizes. Also, they're really good if you're on a nice smooth table, is that they rotate as well. Brilliant for FPP or for trimming half square triangles. Yeah, so if I'm doing half square triangles, cut one side, rotate it. I mean, it's not a rotating cutting mat, but it works really well on a smooth table. We are looking at rotating cutting mats, because when I was in the office last week, they were asking me about them, what size and what colour. Let's hope they listen to my pink message. Right, this one here. Where is it then? The So Simple, is it not there? Okay. I don't think it's that one. No, that's, oh, where's the So Simple one? No, it's green. It's green. Big green cutting mat. Might be against the wall over there, possibly. She's going to find it. Is that So Simple? Yes. Oh, gosh, that's quite a thick one, isn't it? I like that. That's got a really good weight to it. Oh yeah, we'll just double check. LY. No, it's not that one. We'll find it. Is it? Oh, is it bigger than that and it's open? Yeah, I think this is it. Oh my, yeah, I think this is it. This is heavy. That's fun. Thank you very much. I know we've got it all now. This is, look, I tell you what, this is thicker and weightier. That's a really nice solid one than the one that I have at home. You need to get used to it. That is a good cutting mat. Anyway, on one side, just like the other one, we've got all the centimetres. So it goes, it's A1. So that goes up to, oh, that's all in mils, so 87 centimetres. God, that's big. By 58. And it's got all the angles on it. And then if I turn it over, oh, I think someone stood on this one. I'll just wipe the footprints off it. I'll get a little wipe for it. Oh, thank you. Should we just wipe the footprints? You see how easy it is to clean as well. Look at that, it's absolutely perfect now. This is a brilliant size. So this is 35 inches by 24. Now, the beauty of this lovely clean one now, isn't that nice, is that you can get half a metre of fabric. You can get a metre of fabric. Have we got one of the ones from the plain fabrics that I'm going to show you? Oh, they might have been packed away. Yes, that, I don't think that's, that one might be. I'll have that one. I'll have that one. So look, here's your metre of quilting weight fabric, and we want to cut it into 2-inch strips. So what you do is fold it in half, selvage to selvage. And quite often when you get fabric sent to you like this, it's already folded in half, and where it's pressed, keep it like that, because the selvage is obviously a bit wibblier, so it doesn't matter if they match up, it's more this centre line. What you can do then is, if you line up that folded line across the top, you can then use a ruler. Make sure you've got a long one. You need a 24-inch ruler for this. You need a long one, and then you can line up this. So say I needed to cut 3 2-inch strips across the whole width of fabric, fold it in half, it will fit on this mat. You can then line up, trim it off first, obviously, because if you don't trim it off, it's never completely straight. You'll get a nice edge. Trim it off first, and then, so I would just trim off the edge so I made sure it was nice and straight. And you can use the lines on the mat and the ruler to do that. You can then cut across the increments you want, and that is the best way to cut strips of fabric, but you need this size of cutting mat to do it, because it's got to fit across there. But you know, you must keep them stored flat. You can hang them if you can find something to hang them with, but they must be kept stored flat. You can keep them under the sofa, under the table, under the bed. Just don't leave them propped up against the wall, because they roll and it's really hard to get them back again. But they last for such a long time. For a long time. You can use wipes to clean them. You can sometimes, if they get really full of dirt and dust, you can put them in the bath and give them a good scrub. But for cutting, when it says you need to cut width of fabric, then for that price, $34.99. I have one this big, and I paid more than that, and I bought mine 20 years ago, and I know I did, because it was at the time it was like, it was a lot more. So there we go, $34.99. It's the sort of thing, mine just lives on my table all the time. If you use your kitchen table for your cutting, just stick your tablecloth on it. It's quite thin. People didn't always notice that I had my cutting mat underneath it. It's brilliant as well, this, because it's a really good weighty one then. If you need to keep things flat, like pattern pieces, you know, when they get, it's a really good way to keep things very flat and safe. I always put birthday cards and things under that I've bought if I don't want people to see them. Quite useful for that. The Aurifil. So let me put that there. The Aurifil Necessities. This is a brilliant pack of thread. So if you know, oh, we're not going enough, so can't open it. Well, I can do that. You can see. I'll just squeeze it open. Look. So Aurifil thread, fantastic quality. If you don't know Aurifil thread, it is wonderful. It is, now this is your 50 weight, so it's the same weight as usual sewing thread, but because it's Egyptian long staple cotton, there's something about it that it sits better within your fabric. It doesn't sit so much on top. It's beautiful for seaming, piecing, hemming, machine sewing, hand sewing. It's gorgeous. Aurifil is an Italian thread company. I mean, they make thread and they make thread well. This is your quality thread. It's the sort of thing that you will hear people going on about, oh, Aurifil thread, and then you don't know what they're going on about until you try it. This is a brilliant pack for if you're a beginner to it, as in you're new to it, because it's your neutral colours. You've got white, cream, pale grey and dark grey, or was it black? Black. You have got, is it 1,300 metres on every spool. So for $35.99, this is going to last you a long time. Most spools of thread, other brands, will be 100 or maybe 150 metres. And I know when I've made a quilt, I have got through maybe 2 or 3 spools. You won't even get through 1 spool, because if you look at the comparison with that, when you break it down, what that costs per metre, $35.99, because you've got white, cream, grey and black, those are all your basic colours. Grey is a great neutral colour if you've got multicolours, even if you're doing something like rainbow. I quite often use a grey one. So you're paying 69p for 100 metres. Now, you wouldn't get Aurifil for that, or other brands of 69p for 100 metres. So that's fantastic. So if you know and love Aurifil, you'll realise what an amazing value this is. If you don't, and you've heard about it and you want to give it a go, I can recommend, I save my Aurifil and I use it when I need a lot of it, or I'm using it for a special project. It also doesn't bobble in the needle. So, you know, when you have to constantly clear it out, it just goes through, and although it's 50 weight, it feels finer. So it just sort of sits nicely. It's, even if you don't think I don't want to pay Aurifil prices, this isn't really an Aurifil price, to be honest. No way. So, finally, one of my favourite things, John James needles, brilliant pack. This is, honestly, an absolute steal. That's not that one. Okay, I do. There we go. Right, that's why it's still. Right, this is $1.99. I'm going to whisper it because these are going to fly out for 50 needles. Okay, these aren't supermarket end of aisle needles. These are actually the needles that you need. These aren't the sort of slightly blunt and too thick that you can't sew on with. You've got tapestry needles. That's for cross stitch, embroidery or sewing in ends. Chenille, perfect for embroidery, sharp, large eyes. Darners, really good obviously for darning, but they're very long needles, so they're really useful for doing things like EPP. They're great. Sharps, small eyes, easy to get through fabrics, perfect for hemming. Betweens, quilting, these are obviously used for quilting or for small stitches like running stitches, and then you've got crewel needles for embroidery. So please, if you can use the right needle for the job, it will make your finished stitching easier and it will look better. And you've got 50 needles there for $1.99. Now that is what you would pay in the supermarket for the needles that aren't the right ones for the job. Always use the right ones. It also comes with a needle thread as well. John James, the factory, just down the road. Less than 15. Honestly, $1.99, these are going to fly out. The John James factory just around the corner from us as well. They've been going since 1840. I've been to the factory. It's absolutely amazing. They're all packaged there. Fantastic. But they are the right needles for the job. And you know, you often see people go, I can't sew on name tapes. Well, that's not surprising because your needle is so thick. Use the right one, but these are brilliant. And it does tell you on the back as well what the needles are and what they're used for. And it comes with the needle threader as well. That's a steal. Anyway, coming up in the next hour is the fantastic fabric panels to make the beautiful designer watercolour. This is one of them, and the other one is completely different, but still Jubilee. Go onto the website, get ahead, don't miss out on these panels. You're going to love them. I will be back in a couple of minutes with Jules, who's going to show you exactly how to make them.
Hello everyone, I'm Delphine Brooks. I've been part of the Sewing Street family now for over a year and it's been the most incredible journey so far. Some of you may already know that I like all things sewing, anything from quilting to toy making, needle felting and of course applique, which is my favourite. The best thing about being part of the show is being able to share with you my imagination and bringing you new ideas and new designs and patterns and seeing how you interpret those designs and make your own work and then sharing your images of those is the most rewarding part for me. I'm currently working on lots of new ideas and exciting projects that I cannot wait to bring to the show and share with you all. But in the meantime, take care everyone and happy sewing!
Missed the live show? Don't worry, we recorded it for you. Never miss out on your favourite presenters, guests and makes ever again. Head on over to our YouTube pages to watch back the day's live show and enjoy your favourite demos over and over again. We also have lots of great content exclusive to our YouTube pages, such as product demonstrations, troubleshooting videos and so much more. Subscribe and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a show or video ever again.
Are you a fan of Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? Why not join our growing Facebook fans pages? Just search Sewing Street Fans and Yarn Lane TV Fans on Facebook and click Join Group. It's that simple. Never miss out on the latest news and updates from our presenters and guest designers, special offers and plenty of chat with your fellow fans. Share photos of your makes, ask for advice, interact with your favourite guests and presenters and be a part of the ever-growing sewing and yarn community. See you there!
If you're a Sewing Street or Yarn Lane customer, no matter how many times you check out in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. So don't wait to add the item you want to your basket and check out. You will only pay one P&P even if you check out multiple times in one day.
Sewing Street have our very own app. You can now watch and shop from anywhere. Simply download the app from your app store onto your smartphone or tablet, then log in or create an account, and you're done. You can watch us live from anywhere, browse all our recently played items and pre-orders so you never miss out on any show deals, and message the studio to say hello at any time. And remember, you can check out as many times as you want and only pay one P&P all day.
Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433 and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. Happy shopping!
Keep up to date with what's on Sewing Street and Yarn Lane, as well as all the latest news and special offers by signing up to our email newsletters. For Sewing Street, head on over to www.sewingstreet.com, scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, type in your email address, click the envelope, and you're done. It's exactly the same for Yarn Lane. Head on over to www.yarnlane.com, scroll down to the bottom of the homepage, type in your email address, Click the envelope and that's it. You are now subscribed to both Sewing Street's and Yarn Lane's email newsletters. Never miss out on the latest news and special offers ever again.
Oh, I was ready. Okay. Welcome back to Sewing Street. I was laughing because Kat was just hanging up the crochet bunting. We've gone from sewing bunting to crochet bunting. Coming up in the last hour. Can you see it there? Look, look at the Union Jack, crocheted Union Jack. This is what's coming up in the next hour, 12 o'clock with Helen.
And there's a little rose there.
And it's all crocheted Union Jack bunting.
It's lovely.
I want to crochet a Union Jack's gorgeous. That's all on the Sewing Street website, available on pre-order, so you know how quickly the panel bunting sold out. So if you want to crochet some bunting, absolutely love that. Oh, and it comes with nice ribbon as well.
So I've got my eye on that, sorry.
Have you got your eye on the best of British? No, that's lovely. Helen will be with us at 12 to show us how to do that. Are you ready for another fantastic hour? This is the Jubilee Cushion Hour. So, the one that's behind us, actually...
It's not behind us anymore.
No, I've got it. Right, so this is the one that we've been showing throughout the all day, but we have two. You haven't even seen that one yet. So let's show you the other one. Now I haven't got this one made up yet because Jules is going to be showing us exactly how to make it. So shall I hold it up so you can see? This is the panel. Now this is the amazing thing about the panel. So you've got... it's exclusive. You've got, oh, you've got a picture there. So on the top, oh, sorry, I still can't get my head around what camera I'm on. I'm on that one. Right, so you've got the cushion front there, and then you've got the cushion back at the bottom, or you can use your own fabric, and then you can have two cushions, so you can use your own fabric for the back. Then you've got 3 10-inch squares, so you could use those for small cushions or put some coordinating fabric around them for the border. You've basically got 5 cushions then for $12.99. I love this one. It's so pretty as well as regal, isn't it? Because it's in shades of pinks and greys. Absolutely beautiful. So half of the stock, once everyone has checked out, has gone already. It's only $12.99. $12.99. Brand new. You can't get this anywhere else. There's the Queen's Platinum Jubilee 1952 to 2022. Absolutely beautiful, isn't it? So it says 2 17-inch cushion panels and 3 10-inch panels. So obviously you can make cushions, or you could use, I mean, it's a piece of fabric, isn't it? You could use them to make bags. You could make them for small bags. You could make a tote bag from the front of back, table settings for them, buy multiples of them. You could make a quilt. You could use, you know, that if you were with me in the last hour, I had that quilt book that had lots of individual sort of framed, your favourite fabrics. You can use that. Now, we've got you buying multiples of this. Half of the stock is completely sold, gone. So I would check out if I was you. So that's number one. Number one. That one's called the Queen's Crown. The Queen's Crown. This one is called Painterly London. This is like London in watercolour. Shall I hold it up to show you? Look at that. So again, it's 2 17-inch panels and 3 10-inch panels. I mean, this is exclusive to us. It could be a cushion, it could be a tote bag, it could be anything. Doesn't, well, I mean, this one actually doesn't need to be Jubilee. This is just like, you know, maybe you bought someone a present, like we're going to London for the weekend, or we're going to, or I bought, you know, tickets for the West End. You know, when Alison did the fabric postcards? Yes. Perfect. Absolutely perfect for that. And I love that. I mean, I love the design. It's like a watercolour painting. How have we got this? I know. Well, when I saw these, when I was checking out what was on the schedule and what we've got on, I thought, oh, well, so we've got the Sewing Street ones, and then these are some designer prints. But no, there's all completely exclusive to us and brand new today. So it's up to you what you do with them. If you're thinking, I want to make a set of 8 napkins, this is the perfect size, 17 inches, hem the edges. Handkerchiefs, for that little London handkerchief, it'd be quite nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely lovely. When you've got this in your basket, you checked out, message into the studio and let me know what you're going to make with yours. Are you going to make 1 cushion? Are you going to make 5? Are you thinking I'm going to do something completely different? I'd love to know. It also will inspire me, but I'll pass the message on, inspire everybody else as well. But please do get it in your basket and do check out. So, Jules, what are you going to show us?
We're going to knock up a cushion.
Right, fantastic.
We're
Let's do it. Ready, steady,
go.
Ready, steady, sew.
We're going to put a zip in it. And now I've got, I think we've got a zip on the show.
We do. We have a zip in the graphics. If you need a zip for your cushion, this is a 12-inch zip.
So that's a 12-inch zip. This is a bit longer than a 12-inch zip.
But you can use a 12-inch zip.
Yeah. What I did actually have the 12-inch zip for this. So if you have a look at the top of here, so you've got your 12-inch zip, and then I've actually used some of the white fabric that is still on the panel to do some zip ends. Right. So that you don't have to worry about clipping zips and things like that. So you can do that if you have the 12-inch zip. Okay. So that matches the painterly one, the 12-inch zip. Yes. And then the other zip is a white, and that's longer. So we'll cut a little bit off that, but it's still fine. It doesn't matter. Your zip length really.
So this is how to make your cushion.
How to make your cushion. So cut out your cushion front and back on the lines. So you've got 2, and then what we'll do is we will.
And you can put the zip.
Put the zip on.
Well, the top, the bottom.
You can put it wherever you like. I'm going to put it across the top, but yeah, you can put it wherever you like really. If you like yours cushions all standing up, obviously you've got the top and the bottom. If you like them all standing up and you don't want to see the zip at the top, pop it at the bottom. Okay. Really doesn't matter. So what I would normally do is just mark the centre. So you just fold it in 2. You can use your friction pens. They're always lovely. And mark the centre, top and the back, front and the back. And then I'm going to mark the centre of the zip as well. It's more vital if you've got a zip that's close to the size that you're using, but to be honest, on here, actually we'll
if you want to if you want to buy a plain fabric that will go with this, go onto the website. Rose is a really good one. If you go onto the website, click on fabrics, then plain fabric. You can then actually cut to order. It's all in colour order. Rose is good. What's the grey, do you think?
The grey, it's not. Oh well, it is a grey, isn't it? It's
like a blue, bluey grey.
It's kind of a bluey grey. It's not the elephant grey. It's a lot lighter than that.
Maybe
we do
silver.
Have a pale. Yes.
Yeah, maybe the silver,
I would say.
So if you want to, maybe you want to make 2 cushions. So you're thinking, I need some plain fabric for the front and the backs. 1/2 metre will do 2 for the size of them. Have a good look through the website, but 1/2 metre will be enough for 2. So if you're thinking as well, I want to use the other panels and put borders on, you'll need more than that.
So put your zip in first. So put your
rose would be nice for the lining, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If you were making a bag,
lush, wouldn't it be?
Very nice. Right, sorry.
Right side of the zip to right side of the fabric. You might want to use a zipper foot, but don't worry if you haven't got a zipper foot, because I'm not changing my feet. So then just to stitch along the stitch tape. So on a zip.
Oh, a message for you, Jules.
Oh, hello. Can I put piping? Yes. Yeah, you can. What you'd need to do is get your piping cord first of all, and depending on what pattern you want to go over the top, or whether you just want the piping cord on its own, but I would put piping cord in a piece of fabric, sew down the piping cord. So this is my piping cord inside the fabric, and that then is my layer to put on. So then I would put my layer onto the edge and where my piping cord's going to lay, and I would put that I'd tack that all around my cushion front before I started off.
And then put the zip in.
And then put the zip
before.
in. So the piping cord, you want to make sure that it faces to the front. It's a bit like the bag handles. They need to face to the right side. And then once you've done that, stitch all the way around. You can stitch it onto the top of your cushion as well. So put it on, then put your zip in.
Okay, thank you.
Because your piping cord, if you're thinking, oh, that'll be too bulky, once you've got a zipper foot, it'll be fine. But it won't be too bulky because basically what you're going to do is you're going to have a piece of fabric underneath where you're stitching your zip in, and then the piping cord comes forwards underneath the zip, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that does make sense. So you just put the piping, the covered piping on first, then you put the zip in the normal way.
I think I did piping at one point, which when I can find the date, what I'll do is I'll put it on the fans page.
Okay, yeah, if you could let us know, yeah, that would be really useful.
And let you know what date it was.
See what day you did piping and zip.
Yeah,
and then
it was around.
Watch that back.
Do you remember we had the animal panels, like the hedgehogs and things?
Yes, I do. Okay.
It was when we did that. But yeah, I'll find out the date when I get back, and I'll pop it on for you.
Oh, brilliant! Because it'd be nice. Because it would look nice. And again, if you go on the website, if you bought some of the rose or maybe silver or pale blue, you could use that to cover your piping cord.
Yeah.
And we do sell piping cord by the metre as well. 2 metres will be enough for this cushion. Cut off the roll, and you'd need 2 metres for this cushion.
So when I've got the zip quite close to the end, I don't do the fiddling about while I'm sewing. So I'll sew a little bit in. So I had my first run at it. I sewed from there, sewed the zip all the way in, take your thread off, go back, open your zip and finish off that little bit, and then you don't get a bump. Okay, so
fab.
That's the first side on. So what we'll do now is we'll just press that, I'll just finger press that, and then I'm going to go down again and make sure that the seam doesn't flip over when you're opening the zip. You know how things get caught on things? So you can iron that down. Be very careful when you're ironing next to a plastic zip, for obvious reasons. Or if they're not obvious, you'll melt your zip. And then, again, just close to the tape, a bit like a top stitch.
So 100 of those panels have gone already, the ones that Jules is working with, 100, and we're only 15 minutes into our show. So please don't wait till the end of the demo. 100 of those has already gone. So if you've missed out on the bunting, you don't want to miss out on the cushions as well. So don't wait to the end, and don't keep it in your basket. You need to check out, otherwise it goes. I love those. I think I would quilt mine as well.
Yes.
I feel that it has a lot of quilting potential.
If you want to quilt it, get
Trapunto.
You could trapunto it. Get some H640, so your fusible web.
Yeah, the fusible wadding.
Fusible wadding on the front. Do all your quilting before you construct the cushion. Because
you could echo quilt it or quilt round the hole and really make it stand out.
You could do embroidery onto the writing, all sorts of stuff.
Well,
it's
I mean, it's an amazing price, isn't it? You feel like you really want to make the most of it as well.
And you can get stick-on gems and things, or sew-on gems, couldn't you?
Metallic thread.
Yes. You might want to look in the...
Even a bit of white fur to put across the bottom of the crown. Ermine. What is an ermine? Is it like a stoat?
Yeah.
We're not going to no catching that. Faux fur.
Faux, yeah, we're not.
I don't even know what an ermine looks like.
Like a stoat.
Oh, does it?
But white. So we're going to put the zip on the other side. So right sides again together. I'm matching the centre. So I've got my little drawn line there. It just means that if you've put that on there, you haven't got a lot of fiddling around to do.
Yes. A
lot of these things, it's about the prep, isn't it, really?
Well, it's avoiding any unnecessary unpicking.
We've got unpickers, but we don't like to use them all the time.
It's so annoying. God, I had to unpick something yesterday. Oh, it took me so long.
And do you find that sometimes, like when you're sewing, you're going, I know I'm going to have to unpick this because I've just sewn the wrong bit?
It's just my thought, and I went, I can't believe I've just done that.
Can't believe.
What was it I was making? Oh, it was half square triangles, and I cut them as well.
Oh no.
That was for cushion.
So you had then smaller halves.
Well, luckily I had some extra fabric. I was so annoying. And it was because I was rushing. If I had pinned them together and then just flipped them over and checked that they weren't right sides
You didn't pin them?
No, I did. I pinned them together, but if I then...
Did you hear the note of shock horror?
I know, I am a super pinner. But if I'd only flipped them over to make sure they're right sides together, not one right side and one wrong side.
Oh, if only.
Very annoying, very annoying.
So again, just open that out, finish the end bit off. I find it's a lot easier than getting the bump in the middle. I know you've got to come out of the machine and go back in again, but it's worth it. Oh, I thought I'd done there. And then again for this side, we're just going to finger press and do a top stitch. So it's nearly a cushion already.
Oh yeah, it's finished now. There we go.
Yeah, almost. You could have it as a skirt. Put a waistband on it. Zip up the middle line. It's a bit de rigueur, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, but you can turn it. You could be a panel in the centre of a whole quilt, couldn't it? Or a wall hanging. Yeah. Well, you know how we all had. I made a rainbow. I had a rainbow banner hanging outside of my house.
Yes.
You could make a Jubilee banner.
You could have it on your trees,
or put it in your window. So which is your favourite, the Crown or the Painterly London?
Do you know what? I like them both for different reasons. I know that's a bit of a cop-out.
It is, yes. Like
what
are the different reasons?
Different reasons is I love that kind of watercolour effect. I think it's really swish.
It's charming, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. But on the Crown, I like the nice contrast of colours, and it's not too in your face. It's like, yeah, we're celebrating, but we're not doing like the crassness.
Yeah, it's kind of London, isn't it?
Yeah, so.
True.
Now what you need to do is...
Which bit of London do you live in?
I live in South.
Is it in here?
South. No. On the bus.
Are you
I live on the bus.
Jules is in the bus.
Yeah.
In South London.
South. But I do go up and see the gods. My girls went to school in Westminster.
Who did they?
Yes, in the sixth form.
That's very posh.
It was very posh. Well, it wasn't really, it was a state one, but you know.
Don't tell them that. It's very posh. They're in school in Westminster. They're very, very posh.
It was a finishing school. No, not really. It was just the sixth form. But so we actually, I used to have to go up there for parents' evenings and stuff. It was so.
Oh, how nice.
Oh, really? Have I got to go up there?
How nice, though, to go, like if I go to London, it's a special day out.
Proper, yeah.
That doesn't happen very often.
Do you know what?
Who's got a special trip to London planned?
Yeah, it's the season. It's coming to the season.
It is.
Of Londonness.
I know. Well, now my daughter lives in London, you see, I've got a reason to go up. She was home at the weekend.
She's down the road from me.
She is, I know.
Yeah.
In not the posh bit of Wimbledon.
Well,
Southfield. Southfield. She lives in. And
apologies to anybody that doesn't talk like that. That's
who lives there.
We get told off. So when you're doing
so I've got a good reason to go to London now. So maybe I should make her one.
Yeah.
It's always amazed me because
make her a tote bag, because when she goes to work,
they'll
love it, won't they?
Well, the kids would love it.
Where did you get that from, Miss?
Yeah. I know, and
Mummy made it.
What makes me laugh is she takes the kids, because she's a teacher, on the tube, and they all know it better than she does.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They tell her where to get on and off.
The thing
she's
is,
supposed to be in charge.
Where do you go? But the thing is, like, we've been on the tube since being in a pram kind of thing. Well, my kids weren't in a pram, but, you know, from that point of view.
You know the tube, whereas to me it's like, escalator,
and when my girls used to go up, people were, they're going up into London?
I know,
so
how dangerous.
They are 16, you know, and they have been going since they were, you know, little.
Well, Fred took the whole class from South London all the way through the centre of London up to North London. And she said that all the businessmen on the tube were very kind and helpful.
Yeah, well, they're used to seeing hordes of kids.
But all the kids go for free.
Yeah. And then when you get them off the tube, because I've been a parent helper, I used to be an avid parent helper because you're getting everywhere. And you used to have to herd them off the tube and make them stand against the wall, and they weren't allowed to move. Stood against the wall, yes. And that was how you could count them and make sure they didn't actually fall back onto the platform, onto the rails.
What's your favourite tube station?
Do you know what the most strange tube station is? St Pancras. Now they've done it because, well, train stations, because you're walking for miles and miles and miles, and because you're going on the Eurostar and all that kind of stuff. You seem to be never ending. It seems like I've walked the whole of London if I've gone to St Pancras.
Oh, really?
But yeah, I haven't got a favourite one. I just
message in. What's your favourite tube station? I lived in Richmond for a while. I quite like Richmond Tube because it was on the end of the line. Yes. So it didn't matter if you fell asleep.
And also you can go to Kew quite easily from there. I like going to Kew.
Yeah, that's nice.
Well, Richmond is really, it's sort of in the
it's not really
leafy bit, isn't it?
Yeah, that's where I lived.
You can now get to Battersea Power Station on the tube, whereas you couldn't before.
Message from Sue. I had a special trip to London yesterday for my birthday. Ooh. A show and afternoon tea at a swanky hotel. Still full from Sue in Northfield. How nice. I would like tea in a swanky hotel. Was it the Ritz? Was it the Ritz? You should have had a London bag.
Yes, that would have been good, wouldn't it? Right, okay. I'm just
going to get one.
I've got extra bit of the...
Well, Sue, I wish I was you. Happy birthday for yesterday. I'm glad they all treated you to a lovely swanky afternoon tea.
Yeah, that sounds fab.
Very nice.
Well done. You survived. So we're just turning through, do the special thing on the corner. So I don't trim the corners, just make them flat, make a square, turn it through.
Oh, you need to...
Do it again? Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It was just, it was on the overhead and then it wasn't, but it's fine. Now you can see it. That's
right, okay. There we go. That's cushion.
That's
Thank you very much. All done. Thank you.
That's
so
amazing, isn't it?
And that's putting a zip in.
And that's a zip.
So please don't be scared of putting zips in. They are the simplest thing in the world, is as long as you do it in the right order, kind of thing.
Lovely.
But also, I thought I'd show you what else I made.
Ooh, from the 10-inch squares.
From the 10-inch squares. So I've only used 2 of the 10-inch squares on the crown one, but I've made a little. It's Japanese quilting, it's called, and basically I've cut out 1 hexagon and then a bigger hexagon at the back.
Oh, can we see that padding on the? Oh, it is on that. You need to move it over a bit. No, the other way.
Over that away.
I'll move the cushion out of the way.
There we go. So
there we go.
Put some padding in the centre, and then you do yourself a hem.
Better. There you go. It's crashing, you see.
And then do a little fancy stitch around it. So that's that I made out of the crown one. Out of the painterly one, we've done a pumpkin cushion and a little wrist. Had a bright red button.
Well, it's nice, isn't it, that the painterly one's not, if you don't want Jubilee and you just want London, it's quite lovely, isn't it?
But if you have that, I mean, it doesn't look like it's kind of Jubilee at all, does it?
No.
Unless you want it to be.
But I like the I like your big fat pin cushion.
Big fat pin cushion.
Is that called the big fat pin cushion?
Big fat.
Or is it a pumpkin?
No, I don't know. Big fat, whatever.
I think it's a big fat pin cushion.
It's a big fat pin cushion. Yeah. Well, it looks like a pumpkin.
From Anita. We have just come back from London, had afternoon tea at the Ritz for our first 40th anniversary. Amazing. Ooh, I would like to have afternoon.
Yes.
What did you get? Wonder what you get. Do you think you get sandwiches? Yes. Or is it just cake?
No, sandwiches, cakes, and you can have. I've looked into this.
Okay.
Because my daughter's 21 this year, so I was thinking, oh, don't watch. She won't be.
She won't be. Don't watch.
She's working. She's working.
Don't watch.
I was thinking about doing an afternoon tea for the 21st. I thought,
nice.
Yeah. So I looked at the Ritz,
and what do you get?
So you get sandwiches and you get cakes, and you can have one where you get prosecco if you want to. We wouldn't have that. And then you just have tea. And
do you think you get a lot of cake?
You get refills.
You know, it's not like a few cucumber sandwiches and a couple of French fancies.
No, I think you get a decent amount. Yeah, I think. Well, who was the lady that went?
Anita, can you let us know?
Anita, let us know. Do you get enough to fill a Tupperware, or?
Because you know they have all these all-you-can-eat buffets. I would like an all-you-can-eat afternoon tea buffet.
How many cucumber sandwiches can you eat?
I had all my driving lessons in central London. No.
Oh my word.
Parliament Square and Hyde Park. No problem with busy roads, but I can't do country lanes. I'm surprised you ever even learned to drive. Can you imagine how terrifying that must have been? I'm very impressed.
Not only that, there's so many traffic lights and all that kind of stuff. You'd never get going in if it was a high traffic, time.
My daughter did her learn to drive in Aberystwyth.
Oh.
And there's only one roundabout, and that's at Morrison's. So it's like a mini one.
There's a double roundabout now.
So when she came back home to Bath, she had to have more lessons. Because the roads were somewhat different.
But she must have been brilliant at hill starts.
Quite
hills everywhere.
Well, yes, quite good at that.
Yeah.
But as far as traffic went, one roundabout.
Yeah.
It's great, isn't it?
Well, that's what I said to Yasmin. Do yours there. And
I know. I would not want to learn to drive in Central. I'm very, very, very impressed with that.
So, what else would you like me to show you? Do you want me to show you how we did this?
Yes, please.
So, I've only got one square left. But I'll show you a smaller version.
Do you want to borrow one? Do you want one of ours?
No, we won't cut into another one because they'll be needed, won't they? I'll show you a smaller version. So let's just see what we can get out of this then.
Well, you can use one of these.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you've got a 10-inch square there.
Oh, Jude sent us a picture. Let's see a picture. Oh, Lewis now in dresses. Oh, Jude, that's gorgeous.
I like that.
I want one of those.
Yeah. I knew you were going to say that.
I really want that.
Jude, can you just scale up the pattern?
Do you think? I wonder whether you can use that. I guess you could do it. It'd have to be the border on the bottom. That is beautiful, Jude. Oh, they are going to look gorgeous in those.
What size is that?
Oh, thanks for sending the photo. I'm very jealous.
That's really good.
Very, very jealous. I want one of those.
Why am I doing that? That's not the right thing. I want this to cut.
Oh, Sue's got back in touch about the fancy lunch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Right. We had 5 sandwiches, 5 fancy cakes, and 2 scones with preserve and clotted cream each. in Palace Hotel. That's not bad. 5 sandwiches, 5 cakes, and 2. That's quite a lot. Okay, thank you very much.
We could go with that, couldn't we?
We went for my mum's 90th birthday. There was almost more than you could eat and beautifully presented.
Oh, there we are, you see.
Well, and that was at the Ritz, was it? Almost more than you can eat.
Almost.
And Yvonne says, my daughter treated me to afternoon tea at Harrods.
Ooh. Now, I haven't looked at Harrods.
Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
You could go shopping afterwards, couldn't you?
I wonder what afternoon tea at Harrods is like. I bet you'd get great cake there.
I think any of the posh places you'd get great cake. Well, I would expect great cake.
Well, when I go up to London, I said to her, we're going to come up soon. We're going to have to do afternoon tea.
Yeah, you could do afternoon tea.
I love afternoon tea.
2, 4,
yeah,
6.
I'm going to take my bag with me. Yeah, my apron. But I'll wear my apron on the train.
You could burst into a rendition of, I don't know, something from Oliver.
Yeah, I think she might actually disown me if I come up.
No, she knows, doesn't she? She knows what you're going to be like.
Well, especially have that mini bottle of Prosecco on the train.
Only the mini one. Right, I've just cut it so that I've got 7-inch square, but I've left in between. This will just be showing you how.
Right, this is how to make the
so you just want to seam all the way around. So what you would have is 2 equal sized squares. So on that I did 2, whatchamacallums, 10-inch squares, and then I've cut out a circle on there. So how are we going to do a circle? We'll do this. This is a circle that won't go right, isn't it? Generally,
so you cut the square and then you cut the square into a circle.
But you would use a circle template, obviously.
Like a dinner plate or something.
Yeah. And that's an oval. So we're going to do an oval one today. I can't do things without templates. So right sides together.
Yeah, you do need a circle to draw around, don't you?
Yeah.
And I don't think we have
this will be principle-wise how you do it.
Okay.
So just sew around the circle, leave a 2-inch turning gap or thereabouts, something where you can get your fingers in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's absolutely nothing like a circle.
No, but when you do this at home,
you will have
use a plate.
You will use a circle and then turn it through. You might want to, on your kind of bigger seam bits, just give them a little snip so that it turns it round and flat.
Or use that special pinking blade.
Pinking blade.
I must have a go with that. I'm sure I've got one at home.
Yeah. Do it. Do the wave one.
For my patchwork dress.
Yep. I'm waiting to see that. I'm going to do a colour block dress.
Are you?
Yes, but do it in the same way. Just stitch it well when I've got 5 minutes.
I was thinking about making a Union Jack dress. I saw a nice picture of one.
Ooh.
I'd do that. Too many projects.
Too many projects.
Too many projects, not enough time. I need to retire.
The bosses might be listening thinking,
I actually need
she wants to go.
I need to retire because I have not got enough time for my hobbies.
It's like, please make me redundant.
Yes, please don't. But I don't have enough time for my hobbies.
So you're going to stuff this with stuffing.
Right.
And then the next thing you're going to do is just over sew it. So once you've done that and you've got stuffing inside, what you'll then do is take a hand sewing needle and depending on how thick it is. So with this one, because it's fairly thick, I used a doll needle. So if you know what I mean about doll needles, I think we have some on the website.
Yes, they're called soft sculpture.
Are they?
Or doll.
Ah.
Some brands call them soft sculpture and some call them doll.
I think we've got them on our website, definitely. So a long needle, and you want to put your, this is embroidery thread. It's 6 strands of that. And just go over, so in the centre of here, you mark the centre, and then what I did was I marked across and then I crossed it again. So you've got your 8 quadrants, and that gives you a bit of an idea. So when you come up with your needle, it gives you an idea where you're actually going to pull the thread to.
Oh, so we've got some more messages. Can we have the afternoon tea messages?
Oh,
love it. Apparently, afternoon tea at Fortnum and Mason's is superb.
Yep.
From Lisa in Leicestershire. I bet it is. Okay, thank you for that. I'll add that to your list, Jules.
Yes, I'm going to be investigating.
I had afternoon tea at Harrods years and years ago. I was not impressed with their scones. Oh, from Anna in... Okay. Well, if anyone's been to Harrods recently for their scones, let us know. Maybe they've improved. Anita went for the rich. You get 6 different sandwiches with seconds, cake, scones, champagne, about 20 cheese to choose from top-ups, and we had a celebration cake.
Where's that? The Ritz?
That was the Ritz. Yeah. Oh. The Chesterfield Mayfair in London does a fab afternoon tea.
See, that's the one.
Limitless
the
top-ups.
Doggy bag. Doggy bag.
Wow.
We do believe, because we are British, we do believe in getting our money's worth.
We do, exactly. I don't want to go for afternoon tea if there's not enough. I do want...
I want plenty of afternoon tea and a doggy bag. Thank you very much.
Come up to Dudley, Himley Hall for a fantastic afternoon tea. Fabulous food surrounds and easy parking. I've done it quite a few times. From Lynette in the West Midlands.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, is that near here then? We're in the West Midlands.
That's very far away.
Oh, Charlie, our director, lives near there. So... could you take us all out?
So that's
fine.
Christmas do sorted.
That's Christmas. Well, we could go in. We could go for Jubilee. Do you know where it is, Charlie? Have you ever been there for tea? Right, we'll go then. I love an afternoon tea.
Is he springing us for it? Oh, we love Charlie.
Yeah.
He's my favourite.
Maybe we should have Sewing Street afternoon tea. We'll all go. We'll let you know when we're there. Come and join us.
Come and join us, and you can bring your questions along. We can answer little sewing just to make it that it's a work thing. Yeah.
Best hat wins. Yeah. And we will all go for tea.
Yes. How about that?
Oh, God, that'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
We need golden tickets for that, don't we?
You just come along.
Just come anyway.
Just come along. As long as you pay for your own tea.
I thought we could put ours on the business maybe, but if we were demonstrating at the same time, you would like to see that, wouldn't you? Yes, definitely. So we could put it on the business.
Yeah, we could.
Is the boss still in the gallery? Shh. Nobody heard.
No, nobody heard that. But I hope the scones, strawberry jam and clotted cream.
Thank you very much.
Right, let me just look at the panels and then we'll go back to this. Okay. So the one that we've got in the main graphic, I'm just thinking, I'm so hungry now. The pink one, the one that Jules has been working with, I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. So popular. It's called The Queen's Crowns. It's like the Queen's Knickers, isn't it? That's a book, isn't it? It's a kid's book.
Oh, is it?
Oh, it's a lovely book. Have you never read The Queen's Knickers?
I thought you were just being rude again.
Oh, it's a really nice children's book. The Queen's Crowns. And we're thinking rose and silver.
Yes.
Of our plain fabrics would go really nice with it.
And a bit of ermine.
Is it? Well, it is blue. It's a bluey grey.
Yeah.
It's a silver. That's
it is
what
a
it
silver,
is, isn't it? Like a bluey grey.
Or it's a platinum.
Yeah. Yes. Platinum.
We'd have to ask our jewellery maker friends, wouldn't they?
Yes.
They could have bought some platinum in and we could have compared it.
We could and then kept it.
They probably didn't trust us.
We could have done. They probably thought we'd pinch it though.
Strange that.
Yeah, I bet that's the same as platinum. Gorgeous. So that is $12.99. $12.99 for 2 17-inch squares and 3 10-inch squares. You can make a cushion, but you don't have to. Yeah, quilt centres.
Yeah, those 10-inch squares as well.
Yeah,
they're really handy if you were doing a 9-patch.
Yes,
so
yes, because you've got 3 of them.
That in the centre.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then put other squares around it.
Let's know what you're gonna. Not only what
you're having for tea.
We are limited not only whether Battenberg's your favourite cake, but also love a Battenberg. Oh, have you ever had a homemade Battenberg?
Yes.
Oh, even better. Just like the
bake along.
I think they made them on Bake Off last time.
Yeah, they did.
Absolutely amazing.
I like a Bake Off.
But let me know what you're going to. I'm on that one, aren't I? Let me know what you're going to make with your panel. But we are very limited. Right, if you want something that could be Jubilee but doesn't have to be because it's more London. This is this one. This is called Painterly London. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
I think that's just really nice, kind of muted, isn't it? It's quite
quite
modern looking, isn't it?
It is. It's lovely, but it's if you want to make something for somebody, because you're giving them something like afternoon tea in London.
But also, this is kind of a bit younger looking. So if you want to celebrate Jubilee, but you don't want anything that's too kind of sophisticated, you want it,
or men
studenty. Yes.
Who don't like pink.
Yes.
Some men do, some men don't.
Yes.
But it'd be good for that.
And I thought as well, I had quite a few, after having cut this out in a circle, I had quite a few little kind of cornery pieces left, which you can make cards out of. We said about the postcard, but if you've got a little aperture card, you can make.
Well, and one of the 10-inch squares you could use as the applique pieces. So much you could do. I just think for $12.99 for a panel with all of that on, and it has 2 labels as well, hand stitched by.
So that's kind of like a tomatoey red, isn't it, and the pale blue. So just thinking if you were backing with that, you could have green as well.
Yes, so that's kind of. What's that red called? Is it just called? It's just called red. We had it earlier, didn't we? It's just the red. Yes, and then pale blue if you wanted some colours to go with that. If you want to make your panel go further, which we all do, don't we? Please do check out. They are getting very limited now. So please do check out. More messages about afternoon tea. Ooh. Fortnum and Mason's very disappointing. From Caroline. Oh, what happened then? Was the for me
enough.
That would be not enough.
Not enough.
Or supermarket cake.
Park Lane.
The best from John in Great London. The best afternoon tea in London is the Park Lane Hotel. Fabulous. Add that to your list.
I know there is one hotel that does like themed.
Hello girls, forget the rest and go to Liberty.
Ooh.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Then you'll have more time to spend in the fabric haberdashery departments.
I wonder if they'd be a bit upset with our sticky fingers on the fabric.
Yeah, maybe you buy your fabric then. First. Because actually, I think after an afternoon tea, I might have to go and lie down. Because especially if it was a bit excessive afternoon tea, and I wouldn't really know where to stop. I'd start off with my fabric buying. Liberty for afternoon tea.
That's quite good, isn't it?
Have you been for afternoon tea at the pub rooms in Bath, Leslie? Yes, I have, because I live there.
Have you?
Yes. It's amazing. I can recommend it. Plenty to eat and unlimited tea or coffee. Ooh. And they have someone in the corner on a grand piano playing, and it overlooks the Roman bath, so you can see it all. Oh, it's really good.
Do you have to book that as well?
But yeah, if it's busy, yeah. I'd recommend afternoon tea.
I'll get on to daughter number 2.
Okay, let me know when you're down.
Yeah.
We'll go for afternoon tea.
Fair enough.
Anyone else lives in Bath, come with me and Jules. My daughter's treated me to afternoon tea at the Savoy for my 70th. Plenty to eat and a doggy bag to take away. Right, the Savoy. Thank you very much, Sylvia.
I'm going to have to go back and re-watch this to get a
I think
rundown.
I
wasn't paying total attention there. I didn't realise. Thank you very much, everybody.
Oh, well, I've also got a show-related question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go on then.
Stand by your beds.
Hi, quick question. Is there pattern instructions on how to make the pincushion bracelet?
No. What you need to do is, so the cushion that I was attempting to show you on an oval, ignore the oval, don't do an oval. You need to have about a 3-inch circle. Make a 3-inch circle. The band is 1.5 inches wide. So if you remember how we did the straps, so we need a piece of fabric, and then you'll fold it into the centre, both sides, then fold those over. That's your strap. I did a button hole on one end and fixed a button on the other end. And then the centrepiece is a circle. You stitch around the circle, turn it through, mark the centre, and then you stuff it. Sew up the outside edge so that your circle is total, and then stick it where you want it to be on the band. So I did it, if you see there's like the London Eye is the bit that I chose. I kind of fussy cut it onto there.
Which one? So did you?
I used the Paisley one.
Yeah, but which bit of it? This
so
one?
I used, yes.
I'll hold
so
it
I
up.
used the...
Hang on, let me give you the
busy
panel and then
pattern.
you can show.
So I used this one.
Okay.
Because it was...
Because it was like a circle.
Yeah, so I cut the circle around it.
Right, oh, that's fine. Yep.
Yep, stitched that, and then, as I say, stuffed it, and then you just want to do an 8 divisions. When you come to the last division, put the needle up through the top. I popped just a bead that I got, which is a similar colour. Go all the way back through to the back of your band. So position where it is, and I positioned it over the London Eye. So I made the band out of one bit and then the circle out the other, and then just sew it securely, and that's it.
Okay. And then you can wear it forever.
Yeah. Or just for the Jubilee.
Just for the Jubilee.
Yeah.
I know, but if you've bought the panel, you can make 2 cushions and you don't know what to do, that's quite a nice little item, isn't it?
Yeah. And you could gift that. Yeah. So that's quite a goodie. But yeah, all sorts of little bits and bobs. And that would look quite nice. So if I was doing this...
So is that for like a trivet?
Yes, or you could use it as a little placemat, or you could put your afternoon tea on it. There we go. I think that's how we got started, wasn't it? So what I would do here...
Ladies, missing a trick. Let them all know about the free advertising for the last hour. They should offer you a freebie. And you're absolutely right.
Yes. We'll get the management on it.
Say, we have advertised... Free,
relentlessly for a whole hour.
You see how many afternoon teas we've pushed there?
Yeah.
Sorry, Fortnum and Masons, that yours wasn't.
Somebody did like it, but
we won't phone
a few people didn't.
We
like
won't
it.
phone Fortnum Mason. We
We'll
might
get the one in Bath as well.
Yeah, we'll phone the pub rooms.
One in Dudley.
One in Dudley.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll get a free afternoon tea out of you for all of us.
Probably get I don't know, about 8 or 10 out there.
Yeah. Then we'll have a golden ticket for it, shall we?
So never mind about the. But yes, with this, back to work. With this, I would cut. Maybe go slightly bigger than this hexagon and use that as the inner, and then use this as the backing. So you have that on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. But little bags as well. Just a little doodah bag, you know.
Party bag.
Yeah, put your... Yeah.
But you could, or you could make a little gift bag if you put a gusset round it as well to make it a bit deeper with handles. Because you know the paper ones you buy?
Yes.
They'd be quite nice, wouldn't they?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Lovely. Anyway, it's exclusive. Do what you want with it. Right, should we go through the panels one? I'll pinch that one back off you.
Are there any panels left?
There are a few of this one left. This is very limited. The Queen's...
Knickers.
We have essentially the Queen's crowns.
So that's your cushion.
Love the colours. We have sold hundreds of these. There are still some left, but they are very limited. So if you've got them in your basket, do check out or you'll miss out. Because people keep tuning in all the time, and you know, if someone's just tuned in, oh, I'll have that. You've had yours sat in your basket for 40 minutes. Somebody else will come in later and take it. Look at the detail. It's beautiful. You can't get this anywhere else. at all.
I just think it's really nice colours.
If you get the panel and you want to see how to put the zip in the cushion in really easily, remember today's day, 21st of March, first day of spring, you can watch back on YouTube Jules' demonstration.
And I'll remember to put the piping.
If you can let us know the date that you did the piping.
I'll look back and see.
Then we'll put that on the fans page. I love the Facebook fan page, it's great. Loads of people always put questions in there and they share things, and I love it when people put pictures in and go, what is this? I know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
It's fab, isn't it?
Yeah, we had one the other day, didn't we? Some turning thing.
Things, you think, what is that? And everybody else knows. So do join the fan page as well, because it's very, very helpful. So if you put in a question like, I don't know how to put a cushion in a zip in a cushion.
Oh, it's very straightforward.
They'll tell you.
Very straightforward.
Or what size piping cord do I need, and all that kind of thing. They're a very lovely community. That's because sewers are nice people.
And talkative, aren't we?
Look at that one. Nice for a bit of embroidery. Nice for a bit of embroidery.
You could Odie coat that and have a wash bag, couldn't you?
You could, a bit of Odie coat. Have a look on the website for Odie coat. Amazing product. You just paint it on. 1 coat makes it like water resistant. 2 coats a bit more. I think 3 makes it fully waterproof. And you can paint the panels and then sew with them, or you can make them into something and then paint them with the Odie coat. It dries completely clear, and it gives one slightly matte finish. The more coats you put on, the shinier. So you can use it to make completely waterproof. So people use them for things when they make children's aprons, placemats, all that sort of thing. Go onto the website and look up Odie coat. It's very good value for money. A little pot goes a long, long way. $11.99 goes a really long way as well, and it means that you could then make it waterproof. A lot of people sometimes do it when they've made maybe a cosmetic bag or a wash bag and they just want to waterproof the lining. It's ideal for that. So there we go. Those are our 2 panels. £12.99, Painterly, London. Gal's really confused. So we've got Yarn Lane coming up now. Just to remind you, stay where you are. You don't need to go anywhere. If you're watching in the TV, it's exactly the same. If you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on the website, stay where you are. Now we have, so it's www.sewingstreet.com. Click on watch live and scroll down. Now if you keep scrolling all the way down, you can have a look at today's show deals. That's what we have had on air since 8 o'clock this morning. If it's sold out, it will say it's sold out. You can see on there. But it is also show you what there is left, because although that you get people who have put it in their basket, what's left are the ones that haven't checked out. So you can do that. If you go on the pre-order section, go all the way down, all of those items, there is the Yarn Lane kits. Now these are Helen's kits for the fantastic bunting. Oh, I love them. So she has got special Jubilee bunting, which Jules has got hanging up behind her. I love it. I've never seen crochet really Union Jacks.
I like those as well.
I like the little roses on them. But I know they're lovely, aren't they? I mean, I've never seen Union Jacks in crochet.
That takes a bit of planning, you know.
Yeah.
In crochet.
Good job,
She's very clever. I know.
Good job she can crochet. So we've got kits for that. But obviously you don't all want red, white, blue. There's lots of different buntings on there. So all of those kits are on there. So if you want to shop on today's show, you need to go on Tote. Now we changed it a few weeks ago. We did it to make it easier for you. We had a lot of people who were getting confused because a lot of the Yarn Lane viewers are also Sewing Street viewers, and they were swapping from one channel to another. So that's why we've done it. It doesn't mean that we're not having Yarn Lane. We honestly have done it to make it simpler. And Yarn Lane, so far, will be planned to be on Mondays at 12 o'clock, and then an extra day if we have it. So last week we had Monday and Thursday. So just to reassure you, just because we have moved the products that are on live, the Yarn Lane website's still there. In fact, I shopped on it yesterday. Lovely, love my staff shopping. So it is still there, it still works, you can still phone. In fact, I phoned the Sewing Street number and she said, did you want Yarn Lane? I went, oh, sorry. They're very helpful.
I did.
The call centre were very helpful and sorted it out for me. But the Yarn Lane website is there. But when you're shopping, when we're on air, you go onto the Sewing Street one, just because it's simpler, because it's the same account number as well, whether you're Sewing Street or Yarn Lane. So you're going to love, if you haven't ever crocheted before, then this is the time to learn. Helen's kits are brilliant. She's a wonderful teacher. If you've got any questions at all, everything that you need is in the kits. She'll answer them, so please do message us in. If you've got an account with Sewing Street, it's exactly the same with Yarn Lane, same number. If you've already bought on Sewing Street, you don't need to pay any more postage, even if you buy on Yarn Lane. Very easy. Lovely. So tomorrow's show, now when I was on last week, I read out the wrong menu. Do you remember? I read out Wednesday instead of Thursday, so Kat, can I double check this is tomorrow? Right, so tomorrow on Sewing Street, who is presenting tomorrow? John Scott will be in, so I must get it right because I got it wrong from last week. 8 o'clock, our Liberty Jewel Tone fabrics, brand new and beautiful. Ooh, Emily Silhouette. Oh, I had those last week. They're gorgeous, but in brand new colourways. They will be fantastic. So that is at 8 o'clock, brand new to us, Liberty Jewel Tone fabrics. At 9 o'clock, Kerry is in, Kerry from Living in Loveliness with Jubilee Bunting and Brooch. So if you missed out on your bunting today, Kerry will be on tomorrow at 9 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, Essential Tools, all about the tools that you will need to make all your Jubilee makes. 11 o'clock, Kerry will be back with Living in Loveliness with the Jubilee wreath and quilt. Oh, I wonder what that looks like. Have you seen it? Looking forward to seeing that. The Jubilee wreath and quilt, full kits from Kerry. And then 12 o'clock, designer bundles. So tomorrow, Jubilee continues for us, which is fantastic. So don't forget the early birds, because I know you might not have been with me at 8 o'clock, some time ago. We have got these fantastic pattern weights. These are brand new today, and they are exclusive to Sewing Street, and they've been designed especially for the Jubilee. Shall I hold them up and show you? Look at that. These normal price are $13.99, but not today, because they're an early bird. They are a special price. Today, they are $9.99. Oh, message from Maureen. I'm having a problem checking out. Can you check it? No, Maureen, if you phone the call centre on 0800 001 4433, the number's on the screen, they will be able to sort it out for you because they're brilliant. And we have no idea about things like that. We will not be able to sort it out for you. If you phone the call centre, they will be able to sort it out for you. On these pattern weights, you've got on one side, I love the Sewing Street Coloured Union Jack. We should get Britain to change to teal and red, teal and raspberry, shouldn't we? Teal and raspberry with flowers, stripes and spots. And then you've got Sewing Street on one side and you've got Union Jacks, and then the other two, you've got the Sewing Street logo with the tools and Sewing Street. And they all come in this lovely tin, like a gift tin. You can use it for keeping other sewing things in, so a nice little present for somebody. They come with the band round. So those were on 8 o'clock. Now, they will go back up to $13.99 when we get to midnight. So if you want this special offer, early bird offer, it will only be $9.99 today. So we have, coming up next, Yarn Lane. So don't go anywhere. She will be with us very soon. We're just going to clear up this and get Helen and all of her crochet on. And if you're brand new to crochet, you will love this. If you love crochet, you'll love it even more. So I'll see you back here in just a few minutes' time.